What's up, Mets fans, and welcome back to Talking Mets here, Rob. How is everybody doing today on this Wednesday afternoon matinee baseball here against our New York Mets and the damn Houston Astros? For some reason, the New York Mets have been having a lot of trouble even trying to stay in a bowl game, let alone trying to win a bowl game. And today, guys, I think it's a very important game. Yes, Verlander is on the mound for the Astros, but damn it, can we beat this damn Astros team? They have obliterated us in the 3 games they faced us. It's not haven't even been close. The Mets had numerous opportunities with runners on base to get back into ball games, and they failed. We can go over the culprits and it'll take a whole live stream just to go over them. Escobar, Davis, Smith, McCann. We can go on and on and on about the lack of offense we've been getting from those players. And the good news is there's a couple of players that are not even in the lineup today because they absolutely suck. And I'm glad Buck Showalter has changed up this lineup for guys who actually show the pulse at the plate. Not even this night, but over the last couple of weeks. They're getting the opportunities today, and we will go all over that. The lineup, pitching matchup, everything the Mets need to do to get back on track. There is a poll up right now. Are you worried about the Mets relinquishing the NL East to the Braves? Hell yeah, hell no, somewhat. Before I got on, I saw somewhat was leading by just a little bit. So just make sure you vote on the poll. And don't forget, guys, you know the deal. Hit on that like button, guys. Let's get this stream out to a lot more people. We got a nice afternoon baseball game today. It's always nice when you have afternoon baseball, unless you're working and you can't watch TV or listen to the radio. But you know what? Sneak it in at work, and, turn on the live stream and say what's up. So the bigger problem that I have before I get into saying what's up to everybody in the stream right now is this. There's been too many times this year, not just with the Astros, but some games this year that the starters have absolutely gave no chance for this Mets team to even take a breath in the beginning of a ball game. You can't have your starting pitcher giving up 4 or 5 runs and expect the Mets offense to always come back in a ball game. It takes a toll on a team, no matter if we love the comebacks or not. It takes a toll on an offense. You put a little bit more pressure on the offense. Every at-bat matters at that point. You got to get runners on base. You got to move the runners over. You got to get sack flies. Yes, the Mets got people on base yesterday, but they didn't get it done. They didn't move people over. They had infield pop-ups. They struck out with runners in scoring position and just runners on base. In general, it's impossible for a team to always continue to keep on coming back and putting the pressure just relying on the offense, which, again, I'm going to continue to say this. Yes, we have 1 or 2 best runs in baseball. Yes, I get it. But it is hard to continue to bunch together 5 or 6 hits to come back in ball games, repeat every other inning or repeating it in every inning. It's hard to do that. It's not a winning recipe for a 162-game season to always try to come back in ball games. Yes, when you get ahead early, yes, it's annoying. It disrupts the pitcher. It does a lot of things. But when you're falling behind, there's most likely there's not a lot of chance of stolen bases. So the speed really does not matter in that aspect because you don't want to get picked off of first. You don't want to get thrown out of second or third. So your speed is irrelevant at that point until the guy actually hits the ball. So you lose your speed. Now you're relying on guys who are struggling in your lineup to come up with runners on base who hasn't got the job done all year, and you have to rely on that and to him to get a hit or him to get a walk or just have a productive out. Yes, the Mets have done that, but we've seen when there's a couple of guys struggling in the lineup, and guess what? When you don't have that home run threat of a 3-run homer, other than Alonso, you're not getting anything from these guys power-wise. So a game like yesterday when you're down 4 runs and then you're down 7 runs, you need that 3 home run at-bat where, you score 3 runs just like that in just 1 at-bat instead of getting 3 or 4 at-bats just to get those 3 runs in. So it continues to be an issue that the Mets have been masking over the last 3 months, honestly. And just because they score runs, it's a situation like yesterday when they basically had no chance of coming back because, you know what? When you have the possibility of 2 or 3 guys in your lineup that can hit the home run ball runners on, you have a quicker way of getting back into a ball game than knocking 12 hits together in 3 innings. It's nearly to almost impossible, even though the Mets have done it a couple of times this year. But let's talk about the other big issue of the Mets, the bullpen. Not only did Carlos Carrasco did not have it yesterday, but when Chasen Shreve came in for specifically 2 lefties, he gave up hits to both of those lefties, and you can't have that. Andrew Chafin is out there for the taking for the Detroit Tigers. He's had a really good year, under 2 ERA. That's the guy the Mets are probably looking to trying to get, but they're not the only teams. Shreve has been terrible after the first month of the season. And Trevor Williams kind of weathered the storm for the most part. But, man, when the offense aren't running on all cylinders and you don't have 4 or 5 guys that are hot in the lineup, bunching hits together is nearly an impossible task to come back from a deficit of 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 runs at that point. I mean, if you watched the game yesterday in the 9th inning, Met fans were still cheering and chanting in the 9th inning. I was there last night. They were cheering. When we got the first 2 people on, we were cheering. When McCann got the damn walk with the bases loaded, we were cheering to get the 1 run in. We were continuing to trying to hype this team up, showing that we're supporting them in the 9th inning of a blowout ball game. If that doesn't show loyalty, maybe it was just frustration that, my God, we can't score runs against this team, or the offense just looks despicable with Escobar, Davis, Smith, and McCann. It was basically a mishmash of terrible hitters in the lineup yesterday. But the important thing is here, we're still 19 games under 500. We lost the game yesterday in the NLCS. NLE, excuse me. But we're still 4 games up, and if you go back all the way back to the middle of May, we have the same lead we have now than we did in early May. So as much as everybody wants to tell you the Mets are choking, they're not. They've had the same lead that they had today for nearly a full month and a half. So let's not panic. This team is still a very good team. This team is still hovering around 19, 20, 21 games over 500 without Scherzer, without DeGrom, without McGill. So before anybody tells you that the same old Mets are the same old Mets, they're not. They're still winning series. They're still winning ball games without those guys. So I'm not in panic mode. I'm never going to be in panic mode, because even if the Braves miraculously find a way and take over the NL East, that doesn't mean the Mets are out of it, of the NL East. And I don't think they're going to relinquish first place. But it's obvious the Mets need to play better. So, with that said, welcome to Mets Pregame Live. Welcome to Mets vs. Astros Watch Party here on Talking Mets and Rob. We got 23 people in the stream right now. Welcome to this Wednesday afternoon baseball game. 1 o'clock is the start time for the game. Don't forget, please hit on that like button. And on the screen right there, guys, let's vote for the Mets. You can vote up to 5 times a day per email, by the way, just so you know. Listen, if San Diego Padre fans or baseball fans around the country can vote for freaking Fernando Tatis Jr., who hasn't played 1 game this year, Met fans can get their damn finger and click on the mouse and vote for our Mets. Whoever you want to vote for, Alonso, McNeil, Diaz, get these guys to the All-Star game. They deserve it. A couple of guys that are ahead of these guys I don't think are deserve-worthy. So we got to get these guys over there 5 times a day per email. So if you got 3 emails, you can vote 15 times per day. Do it because everybody else is. So you might as well do it and get our guys to the All-Star game. So with that said, let me say what up to everybody in the stream right now and in the chat. Once again, guys, if you don't say nothing in the chat, I do not know you here. And I love to know if you guys are here so I can shout you guys out. This is not any other channel that only shouts out people that pays me. No. Or gives donations to the channel. No, I'm not that type of guy. I appreciate my members. I appreciate guys who give super chats and super stickers. But I am not that type of guy. I am the guy for the people, I guess. But at least for baseball fans, where I shout you guys out because I appreciate just you tuning in and hanging out with us during a live stream, no matter if it's Mets Talk Live, during the offseason with Mets MLB Free Agent Frenzy, Mets Hot Stove, whatever it is. I'm just glad you guys can tune in and hang out with us and voice your opinions, because this ain't a platform just for me to open my mouth and you to listen to my big mouth. It's also a platform for you guys to speak your opinion. And when you put up good points, even if I disagree with it, I will put it on the screen and we'll talk about it. It's just that simple. So here we go, guys. We got John. We got Grant, a member of Talking Mets and Rob. Ken. Who else is here? I saw a couple other people. Ruben, a member of Talking Mets and Rob. Mets Talk with Hayden. What up, buddy? How you doing? Ruben, a member of Talking Mets here, Rob. We got Emilio. We got Jose. We got Geraldo, a member of Talking Mets here, Rob. Jimmy. We have Eric. We got Helen. And at the moment, we got Nick Henderson. I believe I see that right there. There we go. So we got all you guys in right now. So what's up, everybody? Hopefully everybody is ready to go. Ken, you're too shy. I don't know what you're doing. But once again, guys, you know, you can blame a lot of issues when it comes to the New York Mets yesterday. Is the lack of offense, the lack of production with runners on. It is our pitchers that basically give our offense basically no chance to come back in a ballgame. Every time the Mets seemed like they had hope, there goes another 2 runs on the board for the other team. So it was just all around bad day. The 4 runs in the first inning, kind of like, and it was a nice crowd yesterday for a Tuesday night. I mean, I know school's done in New York. I get it. But it was a really nice crowd. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we were breaking close to 35. It was probably really close, maybe 36,000. It was a good crowd there. Crowd was pumped. They were ready. You know, we're back home. And right away, Carlos Carrasco, boom, it was the double play that got overturned. You know, it could have been only 1 run in that inning. And who knows what would have happened after that. But we need Carrasco to be better. It's just that simple. You know, we're relying on Walker. We're relying on Carrasco. We're relying on Bassett to keep us afloat, to keep us giving us that 4 or 5 game lead in the NL East until our big boys come back. Scherzer should be pitching today for Binghamton. So let's hope that goes well so we can come back and pitch for the team he's supposed to be playing for is the New York Mets. So that's where we're at right now, guys. So let me just check out what you guys are saying here. And then I'll get straight to, you know what, before I do that, let me just get up the lineup real quick so we can get that out of the way. Share the screen. There you go, guys. So as you guys know, Justin Verlander is pitching for the Astros, and Taijuan Walker, who's been very good for us with just over a 3 ERA for Taijuan Walker, but Verlander has been way better. 9-3 with a 2.22 ERA with 84 strikeouts. I mean, Verlander, after Tommy John surgery, at the age of 40, is still dominating the league and is a Cy Young contender. It's amazing. So, for our New York Mets, facing Justin Verlander, Brandon Nimmo leading off playing center field. Starlin Marte batting second, playing right field. Francisco Lindor batting third, playing shortstop. Pete Alonso DHing today, cleaning up. Jeff McNeil, thank God, is batting behind Pete Alonso, batting fifth, playing second base. Luis Guillorme getting to start at third base, other than Eduardo Escobar, thank God, batting sixth. Dominic Smith getting to start at first base, batting seventh. Ender Inciarte getting to start in left field, batting eighth. And Tomas Nido batting ninth and catching. So, Nido's in for McCann. Inciarte is in for Kana. Dominic Smith is playing first base because Pete Alonso's DHing. Luis Guillorme playing third base because Escobar has been absolutely terrible. And thank God, the one guy who I actually hit in this lineup that is actually still performing well, even though Marte had a really good day yesterday, 3-hit game yesterday. Jeff McNeil is batting behind Pete Alonso. I love the top 5, 6 in this lineup, basically, because Luis Guillorme has still been very good this year. The top 6 is looking really well. 7, 8, and 9, we can figure out what's going to be the issue with that. But we will get there right away. So game day just changed over. So we got about 15 minutes until game time. So with the Astros, Altuve leading off DHing. Pena, shortstop, batting second, batting second, excuse me. Alvarez, left field, batting third. Bregman, third base, cleaning up. Tucker, right field, batting fifth. Gurriel, first base, batting sixth. Diaz, playing second base, batting seventh. Castro, catching, batting eighth. And Mayers, center field, batting ninth. So that's your lineup against Taijuan Walker for the Astros. So here we are, guys. Let's see what is going on around the chat. Once again, guys, vote for our Mets. You can vote 5 times per day. You got multiple emails. You can vote more than 5 times per day. So get our Mets to the All-Star game. And once again, guys, please hit on that like button because we want this stream to go out to more baseball fans, mostly Met fans, but let's get some more baseball fans in the chat. So here we go, guys. John says, good afternoon. Grant says, what up, buddy? Ken says, hey, Rob. Grant says, Astros are throwing in our side this year. Well, luckily, we only face them 4 times and not 19 times per year. And hopefully the next time we face them is in the World Series. And, hey, Grant, I'll end up at your bar because I'll be going to a World Series game in Houston. Ken, finally, Escobar sitting. Thank God. Ken also says 9-1. You think Buck would give Pete Lindor a little rest? Yeah, Lindor, they came out of the game, in the 7th? I think yesterday, both of them. And of course, it was funny because the Mets were, in the 9th inning, everybody was like, come back. We're getting people on base. And then you look at the lineup and you're like, oh, Guillermo's batting for Lindor. Dominic Smith's batting for Pete Alonso. And we're like, oh, well, probably not. So, but you know what? At this point, you know what? He should have given him a rest. But we do have 3 days off in a week. So I guess a week and a half. So it's not so bad. But me and Ken, we agree. We agree with each other. Giving them an off day while the Mets are playing, I think, is imperative. You don't want to give them a day off in September because you're probably going to need them at that point. Grant, yeah, it is very weird seeing Inciarte in that uniform for sure. But it is what it is. As long as he helps us, I can care less what he did with the Braves. Even though he took that home run away from Cespedes to win that game, what was a couple of years ago, a few years back. Yeah. But it is weird. Ken release, Shreve is just terrible. He has been bad ever since April. He's been, he had a really good April. After that, he's been bad. It's weird how Shreve has been getting more pitching spots or coming into more games than Joely Rodriguez, who's been very good this year. But I don't know. Shreve needs to go. Yeah, we need to move in right field. Stands 100. Yeah, well, that's true. We hit enough of those balls. Hey, Ruben, what's up? Yeah, our offense went quiet, but you know what? Valdez is one of the better pitchers in the game, and you know what? It is what it is. We didn't get the job done. It's like we didn't have runners on. We did. We just didn't get the production that we usually get with runners on. Hey, bro. Hayden says, what's up? Ken, I don't know why Joely is never you. I don't get it, honestly. We've seen Shreve so much, and Joely, I don't know if Buck's unwillingness to use Joely Rodriguez early in games, because I think he likes him 7th, 8th, and 9th innings when we really need him, maybe. I don't know. But I'd like to see Joely Rodriguez a hell of a lot more than Shreve. Well, Ruben, Walker is pitching today. Trevor Williams pitched yesterday, so I think Walker will pitch well. It's just that are the Mets going to hit Verlander? That's what we're going to see. Ken, I've told you this, and I don't know if you agreed. You didn't agree. You like McCann for his defense. I get it. I get it. But when you pay a catcher $10 million a year, you expect production on both sides of the plate. And I've said this since the day Sandy Olson signed McCann. It is going to be a disaster of a signing. I don't care how good he is defensively. You could have got a defensive catcher just as good as James McCann for $3 or $4 million, if not $3 or $4 million less than what you got from James McCann with no production out of offense. Do you see what Maldonado's doing? He's batting like 173. But guess what? He is one of the better defensive catchers in the game. He's good at blocking balls. He's good at framing. He has good reputation with his pitching staff, and he can throw out runners. Guess what McCann can do? The same exact thing, but he's making $6-7 million more than Maldonado. That's a problem. And that's why I didn't want James McCann. And even though JT Realmuto is not, taking the world by storm in Philadelphia, I still like to have a bat that's a catcher that is a guy that can be a situational hitter, a guy that might be for power. Realmuto is a guy who can be a run producer, who can hit the ball the other way. James McCann is a double play hitter who strikes out a lot. He's useless at the plate, and it's frustrating. And I don't care how good he is defensively, because when you don't have your guy like Escobar hitting, when you don't have no production from DH, you need a little bit of offense from your catcher. And we're not getting it. And I can't stand James McCann. I'd rather see Tomasino play every day. At least Tomasino gives us a chance offensively. At least Nito, when he comes up with runners on base, a lot of times he's productive. He might move the runners over at the very least. But James McCann, I have no faith in him moving the runners over. He's going to strike out or hit into a double play. That's his MO. And he's going to continue to do that. And it's a problem. Emilio, what's up, buddy? Jose, I think they're going to be just fine as well. Again, when the Mets lose, they lose big. They don't lose like a 2-1 ball game. It's crazy. It's like they get blown out and they come back the next day and they find a way to win a ball game. Like it's crazy. It's very odd, but they did it all year. So why should I expect anything less? I don't think we're panicking, and Buck's not going to make this team panic. Again, we're still 4 games up, exactly where we were in early parts of May. So in a month and a half, we're in the same spot we were in the end of May that we are right now. That's not a bad thing, because if the Mets were hovering around 4 games in the NL East, the majority of the year, people were like, oh, the Mets are doing well, they're playing well, they're keeping the lead. But because we had a 10.5 game lead, everybody's panicking. Geraldo, that's cool. Just keep on working and listen up. Jimmy, we don't know. We don't know that. It's possible that Verlander might not have it today, or the Mets might get a handle on him. You just never know. It's not like Walker has been bad either. Walker keeps us in his ball game. The Mets got to do what they always done this year, and they got to work the pitch count of Verlander. It's just that simple. Oh, Eric, that's cool, man. Enjoy that game, man. Yeah, listen. Fans were pumped when we got that 1 run yesterday because it was a boring ass game. Inciarte is playing. I guess Buck said it. In a lot of interviews, he says he doesn't like guys sitting for long periods of time. He wants to get these guys in the game, keep them in shape, keep them ready. I know Canna is a guy that you want in the lineup, but with Verlander, Canna has been struggling against right-handers. If you look at his average, he was batting 310, 315 starting the month of June. He's dropped all the way down to 273. 273 is not a bad average, but when you drop 45 points over a month, Canna's been struggling. He's not the same guy that he was in the first couple of months, even though he's still a very good, productive offensive player. You got to get Inciarte to play. You brought him up for a reason. Let him play. Let's see what he can do. He got speed. He's a very good defender, so you're not losing anything in the outfield. He's a guy that can get on base. He can bunt people over. He's batting 8th. He's not like he's batting leadoff. So he can be productive. Let's see what he can do. Yeah, I know. That was stupid yesterday for batting him 8th, especially behind Davis and McCann. I mean, not and McCann. Oh, it pissed me off. Trust me. McNeil needs to be at the middle of this lineup, and now he's behind Alonso, which I like. Let me see. I just lost my spot. So many people typed in like 1 second. Let's see. What else? I mean, yeah, but then you take Alonso out of the lineup. He wants Smith in the lineup playing first base. He's putting a very good defensive 8 out there for Walker. So that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get defensive oriented today because it's probably going to be a low-scoring game. So you need your defense to be performing well. And if you DH Canna, that means Alonso's probably not going to be in the lineup today. So what would you rather have? So Emilio, let's hope so. Grant, bring it. I guarantee that. MTA, what's up, buddy? I'm always passionate, man. I love this damn team. Why? I don't know, but I love them. So we got about 10 minutes until game time, so I'm trying to get to everybody before the game starts. Scoo! What's up, buddy? Long time no see, buddy. Let me just check who else is in here. I don't know, Scoob. They might. I don't listen. I was at the game. Look, they just had our number. It's just that simple. A team has our number. I think people forget. Oh, the Mets aren't good. They can't beat the big boys in baseball. Okay, but people tend to forget that the Dodgers beat us in 2015 every time we faced them, and then when we got to the playoffs, we beat them. So, and the Cubs as well. So I don't look at the regular season as a pinpoint of up. We face them in the playoffs of the World Series. There's no chance. Nonsense. A 7-game series is so much different than a 2 or 3 game series. It just is. Well, Ken, I'm glad you agree because I've said this from the beginning. And, yes, I was wrong about McNeil. Yes, I was wrong about Diaz. But I've said it and I was right about Dominic Smith. And I'm right about James McCann. The guy is not an offensive player. And to pay a defensive catcher $10 million was stupid because McCann had one good 60-game season during the pandemic year offensively. Sadie Olson had to find every excuse under the book and every reason why he signed James McCann, because when he signed him, that's all he wasn't even talking about his defensive accolades. He was talking about how good he thinks he's going to be offensively. That's what he talked about. So he tried to convince not just the Mets fans, but I think he was trying to convince himself why he gave $10 million to James McCann for $40 million for 4 years for James McCann. So when you try to continue to throw reasons out there why you think he's going to be a good offensive player, you're trying to come up with every reason to convince yourself, not just the fans. And I think it was a huge mistake. I'm not saying the Mets had to go $100 million for JT Realmuto, even though that was the guy I wanted, because not only is he good defensively, he's a good offensive player. I'd rather have good than terrible at the plate as a catcher. If you wanted just to go defensively and work with pitchers, you could have got a Maldonado. He was a free agent at the time. You could have got many other defensive catchers that were just as good behind the plate with the pitching staff, with the arm, with blocking of the balls, with framing, than giving $10 million to James McCann. It made no sense. And still to this day, I can't stand James McCann. If I can see Nito every day of the week, I will take that. Joe, how you doing, buddy? Happy birthday to Joe. He's 21. You can add about 10 years to that. I'm joking. John, I think it's going to happen. I think they're going to bring up Alvarez. Even if you got to DA Alvarez 5 out of 7 days and let him catch twice a week, I do it. And if you need to keep a dirt catcher on there, fine. Send somebody down. I don't care. Whoever it is. Whoever you want to send down. I'd rather have him DH 5 days a week and catch him once a week. Why not? Because you still got to make him work on his catching abilities as well. You can't just let him be a DH and forget about his catching, because he will be our future catcher, and you can't have him not catch for 3 months. It's just not happening. Ken, exactly. We still haven't lost 3 in a row. So until the Mets lose 3 in a row, it's very hard to relinquish a lead in the NL East and giving up first place. I'm not going to get to everybody. Damn. Yeah, Bozo, listen. I was at the game too. It was very depressing. It was depressing in the first inning, and it just kept on going. So I'm not going to get to everybody's comments. I'm a little upset about that, but I'm going to shout out everybody who came in. Alex, Cash, Ryan, Roberto, remember talking Mets it, Rob, Thor, RG. Thank you guys for tuning in. The game's going to start in a few minutes. So I'm just going to turn it on. I was watching the Wimbledon because there's nothing else on, so I'm watching a little bit of tennis. So I just got to change it up a little bit and change it to SNY. It should start in a few minutes. So once again, guys, you got 56 in the stream right now. Not expecting more than probably 150 since it's the afternoon on a Wednesday. So let's get the stream out to more people as much as physically possible. So please hit on that like button. It's utter importance for you to hit on that like button and get that likes up on the stream. Dora, I'm glad McCann's a good guy. I don't care. He can be a complete asshole, but if he can bat at least 240, I take that. You can't bat 202 and be in this lineup. Inebriated, what's up, buddy? Let's hope we don't get swept. Yeah, RJ, I know we can talk about the Reds, the Marlins, and the Rangers, but what does that really mean if the Mets don't perform well, right? If the offense is lost, if not very good, not playing well guess what? You're not going to win ball games. So they're showing the Mets in the parking lot signing autographs. Jeff McNeil and Canna and Ed Diaz and all those guys. You got Escobar and his son. You got Nimmo and Pete Alonso. And Ian is there. My buddy Ian saying what up to Pete Alonso. That's pretty cool. So it's nice to see those guys do it. Jimmy, what's up? All right, man. Have a good day, buddy. So we're waiting for the game to start. Mets versus Astros Watch Party here on Talking Mets and Rob. You got to subscribe to the channel. If you just subscribe to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome to the channel, guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the live stream. We do it like no other baseball YouTuber on YouTube. You got game day up there. Yes, a couple of people do it, but I also give my live reaction, and you get the call of the game. Depending on what's on TV, the Mets are on SNY, you're going to get Gary Keith to run. The Mets on Pix 11, you're going to get Gary Keith to run. If the Mets are on ESPN, you're going to get a trashy ESPN broadcast. If you're going to get Fox, you're going to get the Fox broadcast. If you're going to get Apple TV, we're going to listen to the radio because Apple TV sucks. I'm going to give a little credit to Peacock TV. The announcers were pretty good. They talk baseball, which God knows that's all we ask for. But this is what I do here on Talking Mets and Rob. Game day. Instant reactions from me during the game and instant reactions in between innings to talk about what just happened, and also your comments, concerns, and opinions during it. It's always a good time here on Talking Mets and Rob. If you don't want to listen to me, let people know in the chat, and they'll tell you all about it. Got a lot of people here that have been with me from day one, and a couple of people that have been with a couple of months or for just a month. And I do appreciate everybody tuning in today and hanging out with us. And let's cheer on our Mets to get a win against Verlander and them damn Houston Astros. So, once again, guys, please hit on that like button. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. Hopefully, we get a win today, and that would always be nice. Also, guys, if you want to become a member of Talking Mets at Rob, just hit on that join button underneath the stream or click on that money logo by the comment section and click on join member of Talking Mets Rob. There's 3 different memberships. Check it out which one you will like. If you become a member, you get in the running to win monthly giveaways. And if you become a You Gotta Believe member, you also get in the running for winning Mets tickets, even if you're not in New York. If you're on the road, you're in the city where the Mets are playing, and you win the giveaway, I will buy you 2 tickets to the Mets game on the road or at home. So if you want to become a member, check it out. Up to your discretion what type of membership you want. And just to give you guys update, in the first week of July, I am going to do a Q&A for us members. I'm finally going to do it. There's been so many times when a lot of members weren't available, and I hate that when I do a live stream for just you guys. So I'd rather have as many as possible. So I'm going to try to do, if it's not a weekend afternoon, it's going to be a weekday night. So at least more members can get involved in the Q&A. And the Q&A is going to be mostly about what this channel can do better, what I can do better to make this channel better for you guys. And also just any recommendations, anything that you want to talk about. That's why you're an exclusive member. There's a reason why you want to become a member, because you enjoy this channel, you appreciate me, or whatever the reason is, I want to make it better. So that's the idea. So hopefully we get more members. Hopefully we get hopefully I get a lot of feedback to make this channel better. And listen, I listen to everybody. You guys know that. Chris, I like day games as well. Paul, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm glad you listen. Again, you can listen. You don't have to speak in the chat. I appreciate that. If you listen, that is just as good as talking in the chat. I think they are frauds, but I think they're very good as well. It's not going to be 2021 all again. Different team. Emilio, I agree. You know, like I went through different type of live stream platforms, and it's like I went to Streamlabs, StreamYard, which I'm using, which I think is a better platform with my multiple screens and all that stuff. I can show up to 4 different screens if I pay for the big premium, which I'm gonna at some point. I've tried so many. I even tried the YouTube itself live stream. I don't like the YouTube live stream itself because the platform kind of takes away what I want to do. Like I couldn't put a triple screen up here or a double screen like I do now. So I don't like that. So I have to use this. Let me just change it over. All right, there we go. Perfect. So that's the main reason why I gotta work with platforms here. So the multi-view is great. I'm even trying to get even like another screen so I can put like either today's scores or whatever it might be, or something just newsworthy that you guys will be interested in as well. So So we're ready for the game, guys. Mets versus Astros, game 2 of the series. Mets are trying to salvage this 2-game set and trying to not get swept by the damn Astros. Ruben, what's up? Yeah, I thought the Phillies were going to come back and win that ball game. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. So I'm going to raise the volume up just to make sure you guys can hear it. Please let me know in the comments if you guys can hear it. If not, please let me know. So I'm going to raise it right now.
Jersey, scan the QR code on your screen to secure your
Sorry, Robin, no problem. Hopefully your father's okay.
Your stats will close. The Mets held their own for a while this year, starting pitching-wise, even without Jacob DeGrom, but then Max Scherzer went on the injured list, and, well, since then, 27 games, an ERA over 5 for the starters, and Scherzer and DeGrom can't get back soon enough. Scherzer will pitch on rehab tonight for Hartford, and hopefully...
Once again, guys, right before the game starts, Walker is walking into the dugout right now, so I'm just going to mute it right now because they're going to go to commercial. Once again, guys, please hit on that like button so we can get the stream out to more people. We got 70 in the stream right now, guys. Let's see. I'm gonna test you guys a little bit. I'm gonna check my stream myself on my phone, see if you guys are actually hitting that like button. So we got 70 in the stream, and now we got 27 likes. So let's go, guys. Let's get this like button up to at least closer to 70 right now. So at least 50 to 60 from 70 viewers right now. So let's get it up. So if you can take one moment just to hit on that like button, even if you are listening, just click on that like button really quick. And once again, guys, vote for our Mets. You can vote up to 5 times per day. If you got multiple emails, you can vote more than 5 times a day. I got 4 emails, 1 business, 3 personal. Well, 2 business, 2 personal. I vote 20 times a day. So to get our guys into the All-Star game. There's no reason why other teams should do it. You know, when the Marlins, Jazz, Chisholm can get Marlin fans to vote for them, that's a problem. We need to beat them, guys. Come on. We got to be better than that. So we're just waiting for the game to start, and then we'll get ready for Mets versus Astros. Yeah, well, you know what? It was sooner or later. As soon as, McNeil just came back yesterday, so I think they just wanted to get McNeil back in the groove. And as soon as McNeil was going to be fully healthy, Escobar's going to get a few days off here. If Guillermo continues to hit, I don't want to see Escobar in the lineup. Maybe in a pinch hitting assignment, maybe that'll get him started. Who knows? But I don't want him in the lineup if Guillermo is hitting. That's just that simple. Yep, Inciarte is playing today. Sorry, I'm just checking something. And Robert, once again, everybody give your prayers to Robert's father. Hopefully he's doing okay. And sorry guys, I just saw the lineup thing. So for the lineup for the Mets real quick, Nimmo leading off, Marte batting second, Lindor batting third, Pete Alonso cleaning up, DHing. We got Jeff McNeil batting fifth, playing second base. We got Luis Guillermo batting sixth, playing third base. Dominic Smith playing first base, batting seventh. Ender Inciarte batting 8, playing left field, and Tomas Nido catching, batting 9. So that is your lineup. Just waiting for the game to come back from commercial, and we will get started with today's game. Thank you, Alex. Alex is even saying, let's hit that like button, guys. Don't be shy. Don't be snobby. Don't be trying to keep that like button away from me. Let's go, guys. Il America, what's up, buddy? Glad you came back, buddy. It's been a while. Thank you for tuning in. So here we go, guys. Mets versus Astros. Walker on the mound. Let's see if the Mets can salvage this game on this afternoon matinee baseball on a Wednesday afternoon in New York at Citifield. I am your host, your content creator, whatever you want to call me, Rob, Talking Mets with Rob here. So let's see if the Mets can get it done. And welcome to the channel if you're a new subscriber. Hopefully you enjoyed the live stream, game day, live reactions, and the call from SNY, Gary, Keith, and Ron. Here we go, guys. Mets versus Astros. Doing a little preview of the game from yesterday. Let's go.
And I was a little shocked after the game that Carrasco kept coming back to that call as the reason why he had such a poor first inning, rather than giving four runs in that first inning.
That's the first time I've seen all those shots. I didn't know that he was that perturbed. I just thought, all
right, guys, so the game's just about to start. Here we go. Vote for our Mets, and let's go, Mets. Beat those damn Astros. Let's go, guys. Game's about to start just now, guys. Here we go.
Carrasco is normally such a stand-up guy to use that
Oh.
as an excuse. Altuve drives the first pitch out to left.
All right, Andy Ancelotti made the first catch. 1 pitch.
Goes back and makes it look like an easy play for a hard first out. So
It's a little different camera angle SNY is using. It's a little further back. I like that angle, actually.
Altuve giving him a look as he runs back to the dugout.
He was so patient last night, Altuve. Took a lot of pitches, worked that first at bat, but today coming out more Altuve style.
Mace, hopefully he goes 0 for 4, but I doubt it. I'm not even going to lie. I'm going to be honest with you.
He started Altuve off with back-to-back sliders to start the game, which is something you don't see very often.
It's almost like he was trying to establish that. That's how he's going to go after him.
Jeremy Pena takes a fastball for a strike. Daniel 1 for 5 last night. Beat out a double play ball in the first inning, which was important. Impressed with his defense as well. There are the numbers on Walker, brought to you by Toyota. Sorry.
More importantly, those numbers all improving the last month or so. Walker has been on top of his game.
Last 3 starts, 3-0, 2.41. He's had only one 4-start winning streak in his career, and he's trying to match that today. Swinging a miss by Pena, and it's 1-2. Pena just back from a thumb injury that cost him the series in Houston against the Mets last week, and what a difference it makes with him at shortstop.
Did you guys enjoy watching him play shortstop last night? I think his footwork is impeccable.
Good slider by Walker to
Nice
strike
pitch. Pena struck out. Good stuff for Walker. 2 outs.
Yeah, he was very smooth at shortstop, no question.
Cash, I agree. Alvarez is just pain in my ass, but he's a great player, no doubt about it. Smart move by the Astros to get him signed. Yeah, you know, remember what was it, Apple TV or Peacock? I forgot who it was that they were talking about Walker, not a strikeout guy, and he had like 10 strikeouts in the game, and we were live during that as well. It was kind of funny.
18 2/3, way ahead of his season numbers. So here's Yordan Alvarez, whom the Mets have had absolutely no luck getting out. And a first pitch curveball from Taiwan, and he didn't get the call there. Ball 1.
Well, they've got him out 4 times, Garrett.
6 for 10 with 4 home runs. He was on base 5 times last night. First time in his career he'd ever done that.
Go, Taiwan. Let's go.
Perfect pitch by Walker, 1-1.
Yeah, it is nice to hear running.
4 home runs. Jeez. The home run yesterday, opposite field. Impressive.
Oh, where was that pitch? Wow, where was that pitch? Jeez.
Strikes, but it's 2-1.
Alvarez now has 14 home runs on the road.
23 overall, 56 runs driven in.
All right, popped up to the infield. All right, 1, 2, 3 in. There we go. That's a good start for Taiwan Walker. Going to the bottom of the first. No score so far, guys. There we go. So that's a nice start for Taiwan Walker. Getting them out 1, 2, 3. Getting the Mets up at the plate. Obviously, bottom of first, top of the order, Nimmo, Marte, Lindor. So let's get it done, guys. Let's get some runs against Verlander early. Always good pitchers. The key to all those games against really good to great pitchers is this. Get to them early. You got to score runs early because as we've seen with great pitchers, once they find it, after the first or second inning, you're not hitting them. Got to get the runs early. Try to get Verlander's pitch count up. That's the key of the game right here. I have a pretty good feeling the Mets are going to hit Verlander today. Not a lot, but just enough. I do think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I didn't give you the score of the game, so my prediction for today, I think it's going to be 3-2 Mets. I think the Mets are going to win it late, and that's my prediction for today. So give me your predictions. And once again, guys, please vote on the poll that's there. If you're a Mets fan, are you concerned that the Mets could give up the NL East by the All-Star break to the Atlanta Braves? Hell yes. Hell no, somewhat. I see somewhat was still winning in the poll so far. I'm not saying hell yes or hell no. I'm in that somewhat range because I don't think even if the Mets lose first place, I don't think they're going to not win a division. Put it that way. So even if the Mets find a way to end up in second place by the All-Star break, I still think the Mets are going to win the division because we got a lot of games against the Braves, and that's one way to get right back in front of them when you face him or make him further ahead. So here we go, guys. Bottom of the first. No score. Walker got a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first. Let's see if the Mets can get the Verlander early and score some damn runs. Here we go, guys.
Gets his first start as a Met after making his Mets debut last night.
Well, Justin Verlander, 39 years old, 8 All-Star appearances, 3 no-hitters. You see his numbers for this year, 3 Cy Young Awards.
Tom, they won't chill out. They'll say, oh, look, we're beating the bad teams. That's what they'll say.
52-18 as an Astro.
Blew out his elbow. First start of 2020.
Come on, Brandon, let's go. Start it off.
That season and all of last year, and now at age 39, having a year for the ages. And
there we go. That's a base hit. That's a double. That's to the wall. Go, 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 go. And he's going. That's a leadoff double from Brandon. There we go. That's a good start. That's what you got to do. You can't try to pull Verlander here. Let's go. Come on.
The first pitch he sees for his 14th double of the year.
Gotta get to his fastball. You gotta hit his fastball because his breaking stuff is nasty. Good start. Good start.
Nice welcome in for.
Hit on that like button for Nimmo, guys, and vote Nimmo All-Star Game. Let's go.
Hasn't pitched a game in Citifield since 2010 when he was with the Tigers. He lasted just 2 innings and gave up 5 runs in that game.
Starlin Marte has been playing well. Got 3 hits yesterday. See if he can continue.
Second start at Citifield.
Let's go, Starlin.
Starling Marte, he's been hot. 6 for 12 over the last 3 games. 2 doubles last night. And he gets the first pitch breaking ball.
All right, it's too shallow. Damn it.
Coming on. And he puts it away. So
First pitch.
Demo and Marte putting the first pitch into play, and that's the
Wasn't a nice pitch to swing at.
And your
Yeah, isn't it Kate Hudson?
defense, Jason Castro goes behind the plate. Aledmys Diaz gets the start at second base. And Jeremy Pena really impressed with his glove work yesterday. And, of course, he's got his old Glover over at first. And then the outfield, Alvarez is in left field. That's where he plays, and he doesn't DH. Jake Myers recently returned, improves in defense and center, and he got the big, strong arm in Kyle Tucker in right field.
Francisco Lindor has the most experience hitting against Verlander in this Mets
All right,
lineup.
Frankie, let's go.
He's done well, 10 for 32, a 3.13 average with a home run against his former AL Central rival. Lindor 0 for 2 last night. 3 on the right side against Francisco, and he takes the fastball away 1-1.
Yeah, I agree. Starlin was feeling confident. Thought he can get it done on the first pitch, but that was a high pitch to swing at, and he popped it up. 275 running to score position this year for the Mets. Second in Major League Baseball, the Reds has a 282, leading the league.
You know what? They're facing a higher, better pitching staffs. Houston, one of the top pitching staffs, top to bottom in the American League, and Miami's got a good pitching staff. So, it's the caliber of pitching is picked up.
Ground ball the first, moved the runner over to third, 2 outs. This is very similar from the first inning from the Mets yesterday. Very similar to what the Mets did yesterday. Leadoff double.
His MVP days 11 years ago.
Well, his MVP days, he did something that I never had seen from any pitcher
Come on,
before
Pete.
him or prior to him, and that was he had
101 in his 3 batters so far, 5 pitching. So that's not a way you want to start the game. So clearly the game plan is to swing early against Verlander, obviously. That's the obvious game plan so far. Come on, Pete. Base it here. Get the run on the board.
Because Alonso 1 for 3 last night, DHing today, and he takes the slider up and away, 0-1. Your new balanced, fearless approach. Justin Verlander, 2-time Cy Young Award winner, MVP, 235 career wins, 3 no-hitters.
Come on, Pete. Let's go.
There are only 4 pitchers in history who threw 3 no-hitters. Ryan had 7. Koufax had 4. Bob Feller had 3. And Verlander has 3.
Wow.
Cy Young had 3, but one was before 1900. Larry Corcoran had 3 all in the 1880s. And that's the entire list. Nichols at third with 2 out.
There you go, Pete. Good eye, good eye.
It's 2-1.
Don't swing at that garbage.
2011 year when he was the Cy Young and MVP for the Detroit Tigers, 24-5, 2.40, 251 innings, 250 strikeouts.
Now has 3,097 strikeouts, which is 16th on the all-time list. 5-time American League strikeout champion.
He hits one down the line. Is it going to go foul? And it does. Was it going to be a home run? I don't think. But he missed it. He missed that hanger, man. Woo! Damn it.
Kurt Schilling, next on that list.
Got to watch out for that nasty slider Verlander throws on the outside corner of the right-handers.
And of the 15 in front of him, there are 13 Hall of Famers, Schilling and Clemens. And Justin Verlander, 5 years after he retires, he'll be in the Hall of Fame as well.
Don't be surprised if he pops him inside here.
Come on, Pete. Good eye.
Fastball at 96 in a full count. How good has Verlander been this year? 62 hits and 16 walks and 89 in the third innings. That's a 0.87 whip. Walks and hits per 8 pitch. That's second best in the American League. ERA is third in the league.
Come on, Justin.
His
Come on,
batting
Pete.
average against is second in the league. He's on a Cy Young caliber pace at age 39 after 2 years away. And Pete,
Get down the line. Get down the line.
down the right field
Foul
line
ball.
with foul.
Damn it. All the balls fell in for the Astros yesterday. We need a couple balls to fall in for the Mets.
Let's see if he pops him in here. Run after that ball down
Well, a nice pitch at bat got Verlander's pitch count to 11 in the first, so not so bad there. 6 pitch at bat.
In the strike zone. Very rarely see anything down other than a breaking ball, maybe out of the strike zone. He's had 2 bad starts this year. 9 2/3, he gave up 10 earned runs. The other 61 in the third, he's given up 12 earned runs.
Great start last Friday at Yankee Stadium. The previous start was the bad one against the White Sox. He got knocked out in the 4th inning, gave up 7 runs. 3-2 to Alonso.
Good eye.
That's too high.
Good at bat by Pete.
Fastball, 3-2.
All right, now we got the hit machine and McNeil coming up. It's a guy you want up here. A guy who's not going to have a bad at bat. He's going to put the ball in play.
Remember the start against the Yankees. The Yankees.
Come on, Jeff. Let's go.
Scored 4 runs in the 9th to win that game, and came back and really was the stopper. He's been a stopper his entire career. Look at that start in the White Sox. He got some bad defense, some unearned runs there.
Here's McNeil. Jeff returned from 5 games on the sidelines with a hamstring. Last night had a base hit his first time up. And
All right, good eye, Jeff. Good eye.
Down for ball 1. Jeff's now got a 9-game hitting streak dating back to before he tweaked his
Robert, I didn't mind it too much. I'd rather have McNeil behind him. But as long as it's not Escobar, but I agree. If McNeil's in the lineup, he needs to be behind Alonso every day. Come on, Jeff. Face it here. Get that running. Good eye.
Another slider and
Good eye.
swing. He did not go around. So
After the first 2 batters, that would be Nimmo and Marte swinging the first pitch. Lindor, Alonso, and now McNeil, really typical Met at bats. They're making the pitcher work. They don't swing at bad pitches.
no overshift against McNeil. Still a spacious hole at short. And he tries to go that
All
way.
right.
Fouls off
Try
the
to hit that
fastball,
fastball, but missed it.
If I can express how difficult it must be to be 39 years old and still throwing the ball 96 miles an hour after Tommy John surgery.
Michael, remember talking about you. What's up, buddy?
Velocity after Tommy John, usually when they're 23.
Those are the young guys. The flat bellies, as they call them.
Come on, Jeff. Let's go.
Left-hand hitter sitting just 159 against Verlander this year.
Jeff missed another fastball down the plate. All right.
Two more left-hand hitters, actually three.
At the very least, we got Verlander to 16 pitches in the first. After 5 pitches, after the first 3 batters. So we got that pitch count up a little bit at the very least. But it would be nice. You can't get that leadoff double and not score at least 1 run.
It's a short bat, lengthwise. He's really choked up.
McNeil keeps on fouling them off.
Fields it like a magic wand.
Keith, what's a short bat? 34 inches? 34. I use a 34 and a half. I would never saw anybody use a 33. You know, or
Signed to Tony Gwynn.
I never saw Tony. I never picked up his bat. I didn't want to hold his bats alone.
It looked like he was swinging a toothpick.
Come on, Jeff.
Well, he's swinging a 32-inch right now, at least. Yep.
McNeil just inside. Woo! Good at bat by McNeil.
Making him work.
All right, so it's a 3-2 count on McNeil with 2 outs.
Good eye.
Alonso will be running on the pitch, so a double in the gap should score Alonso. 18 pitches for Verlander in the first. Mets did make him work after the first 3 batters, so got that pitch count up a little bit. Come on, Jeff, let's go.
Alonso gets set to run. Gurriel playing behind him. Nemo at third. 3-2 coming to McNeil. And breaking.
All right, and that was a hanger right there. McNeil's a little upset because he thought he should have crushed that ball.
He throws a lot of high breaking pitches. That is one of the things that he's changed. That being said, that was a real good swing by McNeil on the breaking pitch of the zone. Fastball in is his better weapon, I think, for Verlander against
Come on, Jeff.
McNeil.
Keep it going, baby. Come on.
First ever at bat from McNeil against Verlander. He's about to see his 8th pitch.
Once again, Alonso's going to be running on the pitch at first.
And
Jeff hits one, foul. Damn. That was a home run hit ball right there. If it would have stayed fair.
Everything's one speed right now.
Oh, staying alive.
He's got the big hook. We haven't seen much of that. I think Mark's taking a first pitch curveball that he hit.
I got to think he's going to try to drop it here.
20 pitches in the first. So the Mets are making him work even if they don't score in this inning. Come on, Jeff.
20 pitch inning plus for Verlander.
Mets have forced a lot of those first innings this year. Building up pitch counts against starters. Verlander 7 times this year already. He's gone 7 innings or more. He's dropped right back into that workhorse category even after 2 seasons away.
He wants to get out of this inning. How do I get rid of this little pest up there?
9th pitch coming from Verlander to McNeil. And the breaking ball
struck him out. Nice pitch.
That one away. McNeil chased.
All right, guys. So the Mets did not get the runner in with a leadoff double. McNeil struck out. It looked like a changeup, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what the last pitch was. It looked like a changeup. Let's see. What was it? Yes, it was a changeup on the outside corner. Really nice. It was a pitcher's pitch right there. It was outside the zone, but, man, that was a good pitch. That's hard to stay off of that. By the way, Rob, did you get a popcorn helmet at the game? Or I think every team still honestly, I don't see the popcorn helmets anymore. They sell a lot of the popcorn in boxes now. I don't know if that's a COVID thing or whatever. But yeah. No, I don't get popcorn at the game a lot. Honestly, I'm a pretzel guy, chicken fingers and fries, I'm very basic when I go to the ball game. I'm not into, let me get the, the whole weird meals that you get at ball games nowadays. But I'm very simple when I go to games. So the Mets didn't score in the bottom of the first. They had an opportunity to do so, 2 men on. Leadoff double, did not get the job done. Left Verlander off the hook there. Verlander wasn't as crisp as, you might expect him to be, like, all the time. but he did actually get out of the inning. And listen, great pitchers do that, right? McNeil had a good at bat, but again, that nasty changeup, even though it was on the outside, it was off the plate, was just a nasty pitch. I wouldn't say Gio is seeing a lot of 2021 Mets. I mean, they just won the series against the Marlins. The Astros are a very good team. You're not just going to roll over the Astros, even though they rolled over us. So going to the top of the second, guys, Mets, Astros, no score. Walker got through 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first. Mets at the very least, made Verlander pitch over 20 pitches in the first inning, but didn't get the job done. So we're going to the top of the second, no score. Let's see if the Walker can get the job done here. They're showing the pitch from the Verlander. It started in the middle of the plate and ended up on the outside corner. So good pitch by Verlander. Here we go, guys. First pitch to Bregman is a pop-up to third base. 1 out. That was a nice quick at-bat. Not worried about Lindor. Average-wise, a little bit, but he does have the third most RBIs, the fourth most RBIs in the league, so I'm not too worried about that.
I think because of the men on base, that's why he went to that, which is really a tip of the hat to McNeil. That was one heck of a battle right there. And McNeil had 2 pitches to hit. He pulled one foul and he fouled one back. And then the good pitchers, when they
all right, so we got 1 out in the top of second. First pitch to Bregman. Bregman popped up to third base.
A nasty one on which Verlander did this for the strikeout.
Just for reference,
absolutely, Marco. He's definitely going to be hard. Best pitcher, one of the best pitchers in baseball. Cy Young Award candidate for sure.
The fact that he threw 20 pitches before that, and then threw that one changeup in a huge spot, that's kind of remarkable, isn't it?
Well, we see that with DeGrom when he's at his best and on the field, right? Is that when people are on base, he's able to come up with that pitch out of nowhere.
Space City, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for tuning in.
Verlander to have a pitch that he very rarely uses in a tight spot.
Jay, I agree with runners in scoring position. It's been a problem for the Mets.
That's why he's going to be making a speech at some point.
It's tough right now. It is.
That's a good point, Ron. I mean, he pulled a rabbit out of his hat right there. The first time he threw it, doesn't throw it very often, as Gary mentioned, and he beautiful sinker down the lane.
Tucker had a 3-run homer in the first inning against Carrasco last night. He's had 2 hits against the Mets this year, driven in 6 runs. He had a 3-run double at Houston.
Well, Steven, I agree we got to take the series against the Rangers, but we got the Astros in front of us right now that we have to beat first. Let's worry about one Texas team before we have to worry about another.
He moves that back foot all over the place. Most hitters keep that pretty rock solid. Had that lanky body.
Swinging 3-0, and he bounces one foul.
He got a fastball here over the first pitch, I believe. And that was down the middle, and he launched it. So one of those times the pitcher says, okay, I got to get ahead of this hitter and then do my magic, and he never got the pitch back.
Let's go, Walker. Let's go. Come on.
Claire here a little bit, or am I wrong? Tall and lanky.
We're in the middle of the diamond. That's where Guillorme is playing. He's all over the place.
2 outs.
Certainly this game. 2 outs. I don't remember Bruce Bocler's physique that well.
He was kind of an awkward runner, and Tucker's not. It might be a little bit when Ken Henderson came up, the old San Francisco Giant, which probably no one knows about. Alexis defense for the Mets. Guillorme now in his 7th start at third base. McNeil back in familiar environs at second. Dom gets the 16th start at first base. And Ciarte, a surprise start right there out in left field. Came in last.
All right, we got 2 outs in the second. 16 pitches for Walker. Good start for Walker so far. Got the first 5 guys out.
Billy Gurriel hit a 2-run homer last night. And
that's the first hit of the ballgame for the Astros. Gurriel's going to second, and Ciarte throws the second. All right. Nice hustle by Gurriel. Inciarte tried to get that ball in quick, but a nice hustle by Gurriel to get the first hit of the ball game and a double for the Astros with 2 outs in the second.
Well, off the end of the bat a little bit, so it's kind of a soft liner. And why not? Good hustle, even a good throw would not have got him. And that's why he got the double right out there, folks. Out of the box hustling.
Real all of a sudden has come alive over the last week. Diaz getting a start at second base, fouls one away.
Batting title last year, 319 average, so a lot of room for improvement for Gurriel.
The Mets got to Houston last week. He was hitting 222. He's now hit in 6 straight games, so he's trying to get back a little of what was missing.
Come on, Ty, let's go.
Diaz fouls one at the ground. Diaz was down with a shoulder injury when the Mets were in Houston last week. Came off the bench last night, got a couple of at-bats as they rested Altuve late in the game. And Diaz came up with the Cardinals. He had a great rookie season. In fact, he made the All-Star game as a rookie.
0-2 pitch.
That rarely happened. He's never been able to duplicate that kind of success, though.
Now, did he get hurt and Paul DeYoung took his position? Yeah, that's what happened.
Walker just missed with a splitter, and it's 2-2. Taiwan will throw that splitter when he gets ahead of the count. And opposing hitters on at-bats that end in the split are hitting 155.
Let's go, Ty. Let's go. Get it out of here. Get out of this inning. Let's go. Round ball to third, right to Guillaume. And he got him to the end of the inning. All right, there we go. 2 solid innings for Taiwan Walker going to the bottom of the second. No score. MetsvsAstros right here on Talking Mets with Rob. Once again, guys, don't forget to please hit on that like button. 100 in the stream right now. Let's get more people in the stream. Met fans, Astro fans, baseball fans in general. Let's make it happen, guys. It's up to you guys. The more likes, the more the stream goes at the top of the list for baseball fans looking for this type of content. So let's make it happen, guys. Once again, guys, Met fans, vote for your Mets. You can vote up to 5 times per day per email. A lot of people don't know that. If you got multiple emails, you can vote multiple times. Like I said, I got 2 personal, 2 business emails, 20 votes per day. There's no reason why fans of other teams can vote for that same player hundreds of times, and Tatis is number 5 in votes for shortstops, which makes no sense because he hasn't played this year. Let's get it done for our Mets. There's a couple of guys that deserve it. McNeil, Alonso, Diaz. Get these guys to the All-Star game with our vote. So make it happen, guys. And also, let's make it happen on the stream, guys. Hit on that like button. Get this stream out to more people. Once again, guys, Mets, Astros, no score going to the bottom of the second. Taiwan Walker has been pitching well so far. Verlander struggled a little bit in the first inning, but as always with great starting pitching, they always find a way to get out of it. And it was just a great pitch by Jeff McNeil in the bottom of the first to get out of that inning when the Mets were threatening to score a few runs in the first inning. But that's why Verlander is one of the best pitchers in baseball for a reason. And the Mets need to take advantage of it early. But they did not do it in the first. Can they do it in the second? We shall see. Let's see what everybody is saying in the chat today. I know there's not going to be a lot of movement in the chat today since a lot of people are working, busy. So most people are listening today, and I do appreciate that. So we're going to the bottom of the second. No score. Mets versus Astros right here on Talking Mets and Rob.
From Troy, New York. They have a big hollow horse just outside Troy.
Yeah, the other Troy.
Go to SNY.TV/CHR to enter. Good luck, Susan.
RPI, maybe.
Luis Guillaume leads off the home second. Takes a fastball strike from Justin Verlander. Guillaume snapped an 0-for-12 streak.
All right, Luis Guillaume leading off. Let's see what he can do in the bottom of the second.
311 for the year. 385 on base percentage.
Hey, Christian, remember Talking Mets Rob. What's up, buddy? You didn't miss much. The Mets had a chance to score some runs in the first, but didn't get it done. And Taiwan Walker pitching well through the first 2 innings so far. No score.
2 days off, right? And that extra day is gold.
See the season series so far. Astros 3-0 against the Mets.
They've outscored them 22-6.
And hit 9 home runs in the 3 games.
Luis Guillaume hits it to center field. Should be a catch. Nice catch.
catch.
What a catch by
Nice play,
Myers.
Jake Myers.
Very nice catch.
Coming back from shoulder surgery, they're so happy to have him back in center field. Won the job last year as a rookie, got hurt in the postseason, and now back with more of this.
Nice play. The Astros were expecting Miles Straw to be the center fielder for years to come. He could not get enough, and Myers came and took over the job. And really, it was a hard landing on the shoulder. I don't know which shoulder was the one that he had the surgery on, but watch the left shoulder here. That's a jolt. Kirk Neuenhuis here for Jake Myers in center field.
And it appeared to come up no
Captain Moody, what's up, man? As always, you're welcome, buddy, and thank you for tuning in. John, I don't know if that was a lucky catch. That's a good defensive play right there.
Great postseason.
Hey, can Dominic Smith actually hit a home run with first time in a year? That'd be nice.
The rest of the postseason. They played Tucker out there. They played McCormick out there. 1-1 to Dom, who is 3 for 9 since stemming back from the minor leagues. Around on the slider, 1 and 2.
Boy, very similar to Altuve.
Plus, it's pulled down the
And
line.
Dom hits it foul.
Missed an extra base hit.
Almost down the line.
Talking about Jake Myers sustaining that injury, Gary. He was trying to rob a home run from Gavin Sheets in that American League postseason playoff game.
It's the White Sox.
White Sox. Where you play all year and you get hurt in the postseason, you can't play in the postseason. How disappointing is that?
You know what? Some guys get hurt in the postseason and they keep playing. And
Oh,
there's
what a curveball.
Strike 3.
Locking up Dom Smith for the second out. Woof.
Referring to
Nasty.
referring to Rusty crashing the fence in the League Championship Series against the Reds, and then playing the World Series on one arm and hitting over 400.
Did he have a 2 home run game? He hit a home run off Holtzman. Rusty said that game, he inside out it with the shoulder. He said the wind was blowing out to left field. He said that was kind of wind blowing off Holtzman.
Well, Looney, that's because the Astros score a hell of a lot of runs, and the Mets couldn't get done with the offense. That's the bigger problem.
He had to underhand the ball into the infield.
And the Inciarte with a right to Myers, and the inning is over.
And that retires the side.
All right, we're going to the top of the third. No score, Mets versus Astros. Top of the third coming up. Verlander got through that 1, 2, 3, and Taijuan Walker's coming back on the mound for the top of the third against the Astros. So let's see if anybody's playing right now. Yes, they are. So Milwaukee, Tampa Bay, 1-0. Milwaukee in the bottom of the fourth. Pittsburgh, Washington tied at 2 in the bottom of the second. Yankees, Oakland in Yankee Stadium, 3-2 Oakland in the top of the second. And obviously the Mets are playing. Everybody else is not playing until later today. So got a few afternoon games with the Mets. So, everybody's been talking about the Mets with the bullpen. There's a couple of guys that we were looking at. I was looking at Andrew Chafin. I talked about that in the pregame. Andrew Chafin is a guy from Detroit. He took the Detroit money and ran with it and went to the Tigers. He will be on the trade market, no doubt about it. And that's one of the bullpen arms that the Mets can look to get. I wanted them to sign him in the offseason, but they didn't. Maybe there's a chance that we can trade for him. We will see, but we're not the only guys that are going to be trading for him. So let's see if we can actually make some deals very soon. I still think this team needs a big bat. I know some people don't agree with that. Just because we have a lot of runs and we're like top 3 in the league in runs scored. I think that runs scored is a big misconception about an offense. The best team with runners in scoring position average-wise is the Cincinnati Reds, and where are they? So that's average-wise. It's not scored runs, but at the same time, I think this team needs a big bat to protect Alonso as well. And we haven't got that from Escobar, Davis, Smith, anybody that could be behind Pete Alonso. So let's see what the Mets are going to do over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully we get a little bit more healthier to help us out. So we're going to the top of the third. Mets, Astros tied at 0. Here we go, guys.
Here's the game early. Go to the next stop, to Main Street. Korean barbecue. Unbelievable.
Seamus, I agree. If you can beat Verlander, it'll make you feel a lot better.
Jason Castro takes a strike. I mean, the Korean barbecue itself is great, but then all of those side dishes, I mean, you could just gorge on those.
That's right.
Castro lines one into right field for a base hit.
And the ball just finds spots for this Astros team. Well, that's a leadoff base hit for Castro.
Well, those guys that hit on the interstate, they get hits once in a while.
Well, this is the ones.
In a while.
Well, the Astros have a deep enough lineup that they can afford to have two defensive-oriented catchers, Maldonado and Castro.
Yes.
And Verlander's been particularly successful with Castro behind the plate this year. 1.16
let's go.
with Castro catching him, and that's why he's in there today. Here's Jake Myers. He grounds one down to third. That
could be a double play.
Throw to second for one. The relay to first.
Nope, but got the lead runner, 1 out. Nice quick turn by Guillermo to try to make a double play there, but got the lead runner.
Slow-footed Castro for the first out.
Guillermo is such a treat. That ball was starting foul and came back. He's such a treat to watch the field.
7 outs in this game, and Guillermo has participated in 5 of the 7.
Keith, you misspoke, but I think you're right. He is gourmet when he's out there.
Here's Altuve. Jumped on the first pitch. Taiwan Walker threw today and lined out to left field. DHing today. It's only the first time this year that he's DHing. 35th time in his career. But slightly lower numbers as a DH than he has as a second baseman. Just 2 home runs in 34 games. And Walker comes inside, ball 1. Did you notice that Taiwan doesn't throw his cutter anymore? He's throwing a lot of those early this season.
I think it was taking away from the slider, so he's got the feel for the slider while he messes around with another pitch similar.
Choose between one or the other. The slider, it's fouled off. 1-1. And Taiwan's won his last 3 starts. Was recently against Miami. He gave up a first inning run in that game, gave up 4 hits, and took him a while to settle in, but eventually pitched another quality start. The 2 before that were just brilliant against the Angels and the Marlins. And you see the big strikeout numbers in both those games. For the most part, though, he's been pitching to contact this year, despite the recent strikeout totals. Here he goes, soft pedaling his move to first base as he does before he gears it up and picks somebody off.
I think he was just reminded by the first base coach, and that would be Omar Lopez, that he's got a better one. And don't fall for it, kids.
Picked off John Birdie in his last start against
Come on,
the
Tyler, let's go.
It's
a little flare, and Pete Alonso makes it. Dominic Smith makes it. Oh, come on, Dom. Dom let the ball drop, but got the leader second. He should have stepped on first. A little bit of a mind block there. But he got the lead runner with 2 outs. Should have been a double play, though.
Everything right here. You got the runner at first. Oh, they had it. Oh, they
Damn it.
have it. You know what? That's just a play that is just, you can't script. Had the right idea. Things tend to speed up when that ball hits the ground.
Walker knew to cover first, and everybody was in position, and Dom just
ground ball to third, right to second, and the inning is over, guys. All right, so another nice inning for Taiwan Walker going to the bottom of the third. No score, Mets, Astros. In game 2 of the series, last game of the series for the Mets versus Astros before the Mets face the Rangers for 3 at home. Jason, how you doing, buddy? Once again, guys, we got 106 in the stream right now. Appreciate everybody tuning in. And once again, if you're a new subscriber, welcome to the channel. Talking Mets and Rob here. hopefully you guys enjoy the stream. And if you are a Mets fan, hopefully you keep on coming back for more. If you're an Astros fan, keep on coming back for more. This is the Mets channel, but if you guys keep on tuning in, you'll see that I get a lot of other baseball fans from other teams, not just Mets fans. I think the respect I got from other fans from other teams, and believe me, I got a lot of Philly fans, a lot of Braves fans that pop on the stream that said, not just from my words, it's their words, that I am fair with other teams. I tell it how it is, even if it hurts my team. I tell it how it is. And during the lockout, I got a lot of fans from other teams because not only was I the only one going live for 6, 7, 8 hours during the lockout, during the meetings, just to give updates, but I was actually bringing the updates, but I was also getting baseball fans together, because if we don't stick together as baseball fans, why do we expect the teams and the owners and the players to care what we think? So it was important to voice our opinions and voice our concerns and our frustrations. So hopefully you guys stick around and hang out and keep on coming back for more, because this is a Mets channel, but there's so much that baseball fans can learn about each other. And let's be honest, talking back to each other, not even if it doesn't have to be rude or cursing, just rooting for your team is always fun, a back and forth. So I appreciate the back and forth, and I also appreciate baseball fans in general, especially when you're a diehard fan of one team. I appreciate that a lot more. I don't like those fans that are, one day they're a Met fan, one day they're a Yankee fan, one day they're a Rangers fan, one day they're an Astros fan. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. If you're a diehard, you're good in my book. So here we go, guys. Going to the bottom of the third. There is no score. Mets versus Astros. Taijuan Walker and Verlander at the moment. Pitch and duel. Let's see what the Mets can do in the bottom of the third. Nito's leading off.
Nito, first pitch swinging, flies one out to Tucker in right field.
Nito with some warning track power, but one out.
And Jerry, Keith, one of the answers he got was that one of the reasons he wasn't as successful as he's been in the past is because he was not pitching up in the zone to combat the swing path of today's hitter. And he bought into it. He asked a lot of questions, and it resurrected his career.
Well, when he came over to Houston, it was just
Ken, I thought you were shy.
Over there running that operation, and a lot of the pitchers that came to Houston, remember, found success because they went and found their strengths through the analytics department.
Nimmo lined a double to left center, leading off the first inning.
Garrett Cole in Pittsburgh was a two-seam slider pitcher, trying to get a lot of first pitch outs, trying to get a lot of ground balls. He went over to Houston, only struck out 300. He struck out 300.
Bay City, we will do our best.
It's a good combo.
Yeah, Jack, I agree. I said it in pregame. The Mets got to get to Verlander early, because when he finds his groove, he's nearly impossible to hit.
Realities.
Verlander got 300 and 3,000. Right? Got 300 in a season and 3,000 in a career in the same year.
But at the moment, it's a pitcher's duel at the moment for the first 3 innings. And Walker has been very good, even though he's not Verlander level. He can be very good.
Deadline in 2017. I mean, the Mets were in town, right? It was right after Hurricane Harvey, and it was like 3 seconds before midnight, August 31st.
Nimmo grounded a second. Nice play.
And he flips it to get Nimmo for the second out. And
Doofy, how you doing, buddy? See, again, Dodger fan. You see, guys, glad you subscribed, buddy. And hey, listen, there's no mistake that the Dodgers and the Mets are one of the 2 best teams in the National League. We might see each other in the NLCS. At the moment, the 4 games we split, so nobody has really a lot of talking power against each other. Yes, the Mets have a better record, but again, what does that really mean until you get to the playoffs, right? But I appreciate you tuning in, Doofy. Thank you. All right, Starlin Marte in bottom of the third, 2 outs.
The Seattle Langston, although he was good everywhere he went.
I mean, he unfortunately gets remembered most for 2 things. 1, getting traded for Randy Johnson, and 2, giving up the grand slam to Tino Martinez. right?
There's a lot more there. Just take a peek at his baseball reference.
Marte hits a shot, but I think it's not. And he got the end of the bat there. Alrighty, so Verlander gets through 3 innings with no runs. So we're going to the top of the fourth. Pitching duel in progress, guys. Mets 0, Astros 0. Taijuan Walker has given up 2 hits with no runs, and Verlander gives up 1 hit with no runs. So looking like a pitcher's duel in the making here, as I predicted in the pregame. I think it's going to be like a 3-2 game. I predict the Mets are going to win 3-2 late in the game. But, man, again, like I said in the pregame, you got to get to great pitches early, because when you don't, they're going to pitch like Verlander is pitching right now. Quick and easy, basically just like that. But Walker has been that type of pitcher that if he's on, he's very hard to hit off of. And let's not make any mistake. Walker is not Verlander. But Walker, if he's on, he can be very dominant. And sometimes even the best hitters in the game have trouble hitting Walker. Walker has been finding his strikeout pitch lately, and I think that's been one of the keys of him pitching better. But we will see if the Mets can actually score runs because, well, the name of the game is scoring runs. You're not going to win if you don't. So we're going to the top of the fourth, guys. Mets, Astros tied at 0. So once again, guys, please hit on that like button. We got 106 in the stream right now. Most importantly, if you guys hit the like button, the more likes we get, the more the stream gets at the top of the list. As you can see, there's a couple of people who are just tuning in for the first time. The only reason why they found it is because the stream got the recommendation from the likes get up to the top of their list, and they check it out. And I'm not expecting the people to stay all day, every single moment of every single pitch. But I like people to notice the channel just to get more eyes on the channel, because obviously you don't do a YouTube channel just to do a YouTube channel. You want views. It's just that simple. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But one thing you'll know about me, I'm a diehard. I'm passionate. I love doing this. And I do this because I love it. I don't do it because of any other reason. And I think anybody can tell you in the chat who's been with me from day one that I'm genuine, I'm passionate, and I am one of these people who do it because I'm passionate, not because of any other reason. So we're going to the top of the fourth. Astros coming up. See if Taijuan Walker can stay pat with Verlander.
Hernan Alvarez takes first pitch curveball down from Taijuan Walker.
It's the second time in a row.
Rafael, I'm not sure what team, but he was a free agent the Mets picked up.
Alvarez popped up his first time.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it, buddy.
2-0. Chris Siegel, the home plate umpire, not doing Taijuan any favors.
And I like the way Taijuan is handling it.
That's Chris, Chris.
Not Subverting.
First strike, and it's 2-1. Alex Bregman on deck, and then Cal Tucker. Is that how you pronounce that?
That's what I was looking at.
Ken Walker does have ace stuff. He's just inconsistent. That's why he's not a great pitcher. He's good, and when he's on, he's nearly unhittable.
Very simple motion.
But he's he's inconsistent enough where you don't consider him a great pitcher, but he's a decent to good pitcher.
Not a lot of push-off.
Okay, so Yankees DFA'd him. Okay.
How big and strong he is.
Alvarez gets straightened up 3-2. Quite a contrast watching Walker and then watching Verlander. He's got the classic full windup.
Full windup, a lot of push-off, a lot of legs and arms flying everywhere. Very controlled. Gets in a great fielding position. Does Walker.
3-2 to Alvarez. And he lines one down the left field side. I'm going to go foul.
One thing Alvarez here, you mentioned last night that he's a good secondary pitch hitter, off-speed hitter. And there's a classic example right there. He pitched it in, came with a changeup.
That would be cool, Space City. Alvarez versus Alonso. That would be cool.
Last night, a fastball out over the plate. He didn't try to pull it.
KTU? I agree.
In Houston, he is something.
And the curveball on 3-2, and he missed with it, and Alvarez is on with a walk. First walk given up by Taijuan. We'll take that.
This might be the finest young hitter I've seen come up.
So Alvarez with a leadoff walk?
So we get to see Juan Soto a lot, right? And I think most people have been thinking about him as being maybe the finest young hitter. He's got a couple of years now on Alvarez. Ronald Acuna Jr.
Austin Riley. I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen a lot of good young hitters, but for you to say that Alvarez is the best, that goes a long way.
Boy, I just love what I see. Quick bat.
Here's Alex Bregman. And he takes a splitter that misses ball one. Bregman popped up his first time up. The few times the Mets have gotten him out the last 2 weeks.
Bregman's very antsy in the batter's box.
Oh, Rafael, I don't think it's a bad pickup. You know, he's good defensively. He's not a great hitter, and he has speed. So I don't think it's a bad pickup. It never hurts to have depth. And that's going to fall in for a base hit. First 2 hits of the inning. One walk, one walk, one single. First and second, nobody out for the Astros.
Well, as you mentioned, he was not hitting at all. When the Mets came into Houston, it's up and in, and he just got the barrel, enough of the barrel on it.
Both Bregman and Coryell were really struggling. The Mets got to Houston last week, and they both started hitting.
All right, a little bit of a jam for Taijuan Walker here with nobody out. First and second.
Tucker coming up.
If you learned from last
Dangerous
night,
hitter in Tucker.
Taijuan Walker, I'm sure you did. Careful on the first pitch to Tucker. With runners on base.
Joe, I'm always drinking.
Swings at the first pitch over 47% of the time, top 10 in the major leagues. This one at his feet, unswingable, and it's ball one. He's a good breaking ball hitter.
Jack, I can agree with you on that, but there was something about the Braves that just got hot at the right time. And I'm not saying that you would have won if you had those 2 guys. Pretty good possibility you could have. But the Braves, they had something special after they made those trades in the second half of the year.
Very interesting.
Ooh, nice changeup. Nice splitter, excuse me.
I wonder whether that's just to relieve tension.
Yeah, I think it's a nervous reaction. That's what it is. When he gets in the box, good split here.
Well, I think Buck's decision not playing Canna, I didn't look at Canna's numbers against Verlander. They're probably not good. That might be the reason. But Buck's a guy that likes to play everybody on the bench.
Brings that
Joe, I'm ready for Brunson, but they need more.
Notice that with that replay we just showed, where his top hand comes over and it makes him a pull hitter.
All right, 2-1 count to Tucker. Walker's in a little bit of trouble here. Nice pitch. Well, Tucker has not read Walker's splitter well at all. So I wouldn't be surprised if Walker sticks to that pitch. First and second, nobody out on the top of the floor for the Astros. Tucker at the plate, 2-2 count.
It's just a slight hint of Carl Yastrzemski with his follow through.
Out of the same high school as Pete Alonso down in Tampa. 2-2 coming.
And he struck him out with that splitter. Big strikeout for Walker there. That's the difference with Taijuan Walker in the early part of the season to now. He's striking out a lot more batters, which is helping him get out of these crucial situations here.
Which was interesting.
Joe, that's awesome, buddy. Nice splitter. Again, Tucker could not read that splitter at all. And Walker went right back to that.
It's supposed to be away. That's more middle, but down. The change of pace full.
Still not out of the woods yet. Gurriel at the plate. Nice pitch.
That's how Walker got the borderline call. Gurriel doubled down the left field line with 2 out of the second. Bats here with 2 aboard in the fourth. He's hitting just 140 with runners in scoring position this year.
Splitter, this might be a double play. Got him. Yeah, baby. Nice pitching to Walker to get out of that little bit of a jam there. Woo. Nice double play by Walker. Strikeout by Tucker, and now the double play by Gurriel. Mets get out of that inning. A little bit of trouble for Taijuan Walker, but gets it done. Nice piece of pitching by Taijuan Walker there. Staying with Verlander in this pitching duel. Going to the bottom of the fourth. Mets, Astros, no score. Once again, guys, there's no mistaking that Taijuan Walker has really good stuff. When he's on, he's very dangerous, very hard to hit. And they weren't necessarily – that wasn't a hard hit. for the second batter of the game, but it's still a hit. But at the end, when it comes to Taijuan Walker, when he's on, he's very hard to hit. And that split change that he has, that's his new pitch that he developed over the offseason. When that's on, it's very hard to hit. And you saw Tucker had no chance against those split change up right there. So we're waiting for the inning to come back, the bottom of the fourth to come back. The Astros, no score. Once again, guys, 119 in the stream right now. Thank you for tuning in to Talking Mets and Rob. Mets versus Astros Watch Party right here on the channel. Please hit on that like button, guys. Let's get this stream out to more baseball fans, more Mets fans, of course. But, of course, the more baseball fans, the better. So hit on that like button, guys. And once again, thank you for subscribing. If you're new to the channel, please say what up if you can so I can give you a shout out and welcome you to the channel. So, once again, guys, the Mets have been struggling offensively. There's no doubt about it. They've been facing better pitching, which is obviously a cause of them not scoring as much as they were in the first couple of months. But what I think Buck Showalter did, and I'm going to answer one of your questions, why not Canna and why Inciarte? Because Buck Showalter had a pretty good idea that this was going to be a pitching duel. This was going to be a low-scoring game, a close game. What do you want in close games, in low-scoring games? You want excellent defense. Not saying that Canada's not good defensively in left field, but when you have Inciarte, who's a better defender in the outfield than Canada, you want the best defense out there for a low-scoring, close game. So here we go, guys. Bottom of the fourth. Lindor leading off, Verlander on the mound, no score.
Francisco Lindor leading off in the home fourth against Verlander with a lot of leadoff.
We'll see, Jack. We'll see.
Nimmo in the first inning on his very first pitch, and that's the only hit he's allowed so far today. Lindor grounded out his first time up. And taking all the way, that's interesting. Ball strike 1-1. So there are the starters so far today. Walker's thrown only 45 pitches through 4 innings. Verlander's been just about as economical, 37 through 3. So he's allowed only 1 hit today. The league is hitting just 192 against Verlander coming into today's game. If you look at every pitcher in the live ball era, so since 1920, age 39 and over, that 192 average against Verlander is rather historic because there's only one pitcher age 39 or older who's allowed that low a batting average through a whole season, and it's Nolan Ryan, and he did it 4
Mets
times.
21-28 out. You rather have Connor than Alonso as a DH? I don't understand. That doesn't make sense to me.
And he's the only guy who's held
Honestly.
hitters to
You're not thinking Alonso's bat out of the lineup, which is the only power bat in that lineup for Canada. You just don't do that.
The league in ERA, the National League in ERA, I think one of those years. 84, 85.
No, Dominic Smith's in the lineup, KTU. They sent down Plummer.
Alonso and McNeil to follow for the Mets in the fourth. That's out a scoring chance in the first inning after Nimmo's leadoff double, but Verlander worked around with it. Now he's retired 7 in a row. So he's already gone deeper in this start than he did his first time in Citifield with the Tigers in 2010. Interesting that he and his former Detroit teammate Max Scherzer are pitching on the same day. But Max will be doing his work tonight in Hartford in a rehab.
Well, that's not true. Dominic Smith's a better first baseman than Pete Alonso. I mean, Alonso's got better at first base, but Dominic Smith is a better first baseman. Well, offensively, he's terrible. But for Dom, but Dominic Smith's a better first baseman than Alonso.
They used to put goats on the train tracks to eat all the grass, so it would keep the grass down low instead of the big weeds.
Lindor pops it up, and that's going to be an out. 1 out.
I figured that the yard goat would be eating more than just grass, you know, because it's a lot of debris that the goats might also take care of.
They eat whatever. I only know that because in Worcester they used to have those as well near the train tracks. So
they had actual yard goats, not like a baseball team called the yard.
No, the actual goats that they would just kind of, I don't know how they pen them off, but just let them go, and they would just chomp at all the weeds and grass around the train tracks. That's where I came from. It's not my fault. My parents left Hawaii. I wanted to stay.
I just want to know what the yard goats.
Yeah, Lindor is
not
what he is as a Met. Honestly, he's a very inconsistent. When he's hot, you can't get him out. When he's cold, it is what it is. So many people were getting Lindor of like 5 years ago. I never expected that, honestly.
Do you even sleep the night
He should be
before?
better, but I didn't expect him to be Cleveland Lindor, honestly. Check swing for Pete Alonso. It's going to be tough, but it's going to be an easy play. Yes, it is. 2 outs.
2 away.
2 nasty sliders to Pete. It looks like Verlander after that first inning when everything was up and his breaking ball was up. Now he's doing a couple sharp sliders down in the zone in this inning. Almost all.
Yeah, Jack, that's crazy. Some guy, Tommy John, 40 years old. It's amazing what Verlander is doing, but he's a Hall of Famer, no doubt about it.
Dialing up the ball exactly where they want it to go. Not that they can't be beat. That's
all right. 2 outs, nobody on. McNeil coming up.
9 in a row retired now by Verlander. He takes on McNeil, with whom he had a great showdown in the first inning. And a first pitch curveball fouled off.
There you go, the play.
That's true.
We had time with Pete. Now, if it's Nimmo or Marte, you can see he's got 3 fingers on it, but makes the adjustment. It's a nice play. If he had been a little faster runner, it would have been a little more dicey. Bregman first was drafted by the Astros. We had some spring training games, and they played him at shortstop a lot to see whether he could do it.
When Gray got hurt a couple of years ago, he played quite a bit of shortstop. He on a 9-pitch at bat against Verlander in that first inning with runners at first and third.
And Jeff strikes out.
Again.
Going to the top of the 5th. No score. Well, it is definitely a pitcher's duel now. No doubt about that. Walker is staying on the same level at Verlander in this game so far. 3 hits given up by Taijuan Walker. 1 hit from Verlander. Again, I thought it was going to be a low-scoring game, and so far it is. It's going to be a very, very low-scoring game. No doubt about that. And again, I know people are like, oh, I want to see Alonso there. I want to see Canna. You got to put your best defense out there, especially when there's a pretty good chance it's going to be a low-scoring game. Every run counts. Every mistake counts. So that's why you need your best defense out there. And in all honesty, though, if you looked at the first inning, when Altuve hit the shot to left field, there's no guarantee that Canna would have caught that ball. Inciarte is faster than Canna and a better defender. I don't know if Canna gets to that ball, but Inciarte had no problem getting to that ball. So that could have changed that whole first inning, but it didn't. So we're going to the top of the 5th, guys. Mets, Astros tied at 0. Pitch and duel in effect with Walker and Verlander. Who is going to get the first nod of the game and put their team in front? Once again, guys, we've got 132 in the stream right now. Thank you for tuning in to Mets vs. Astros Watch Party right here on Talking Mets and Rob. Thank you, guys, for subscribing. If you're a new subscriber, say what's up. I will shout you out. And don't forget to please hit on that like button. I don't know if it's boring. I love pitch and duel. Listen, I can sit through a pitcher's duel. I'd rather a pitcher's duel that's a 1-0 game than a 12-10 game. I don't think that's exciting at all. A lot of pitching changes, terrible pitching. It's not always fun. I like pitcher's duel a lot better. Keeps the game a little bit more interesting, a little bit of intrigue. I mean, that's what this game is missing. This game is missing pitching duels. Like, it's sad. Like, a great start now is 5 innings, 1 run. Like, it's sad. It really is. But you know what? Walker is still pitching well, and he's sticking with Verlander. So top of the 5th, Verlander 45 pitches, 46 pitches. Diaz leading off. No score.
Walker just 45 pitches through 4 innings. He's walked 1, struck out 2, given up 3 hits. Diaz rounded out his first time up. We mentioned Diaz's rookie year with the Cardinals, 2016. hit 300 that year, 17 homers, 65 driven in. He finished 5th in the Rookie of the Year balloting, which was won by Corey Seager. We'll see this weekend. Now it's a Texas Ranger.
Ground ball the third. Nice pick by Dominic Smith and got him. Guillorme is just a master with the glove, man. Threw a two-hopper to Dominic Smith, and Dom Smith had no problem scooping that ball up. And that's why Dominic Smith plays first base, because no guarantee Alonso would have scooped that ball. Dominic Smith made that pick easy.
And here he hops the backhand. And he realized that was intentional, but he probably wanted a one-hop to his first baseman. But those are easy picks for any first baseman, whether you're Dom Smith.
Listen, not missing any defense with Luis Guillorme. If Escobar's not there, and a pop-up down the line, can Inciarte can get to that? Foul ball, all right.
You're right, Gary. I got him for 2 putouts and 6 assists so far in this game.
Well, Buck likes his veterans, you know. Try to give Escobar every opportunity, but he's hurting the team at this point.
You would think that would be with a left-hander on the mound, right?
Yeah.
That third baseman would get an inordinate number of chances.
But you know, that slider that Taijuan Walker's throwing to the right-handed hitters and split finger is a ball that you will pull.
Jason Castro at a base hit to right field his first time up. He takes a slider at the back foot, ball to strike.
One out in the fifth, 50 pitches for Walker in the fifth, with 1 out. Pretty good pitch count for Walker.
So we don't know what's going to happen today, but there's nothing better than watching a pitcher on a roll. How everything kind of slows down, as you can tell, for Walker. Nothing bothers him. Just execution first and foremost.
Nice pitch.
And I will say, from being lucky enough to face a lot of great starters, is that there is a competitive feeling you get the night you put your head on the pillow before you're going to face it. Justin Verlander. We talked about the hitters facing him, but you know, as a pitcher, you're going to have to be at your best.
Well, there's another piece to that, too, which is that right now the Mets rotation is kind of fraying, with Carrasco struggling. Bassett's been up and down, although he had a really good start against Miami his last time. Still waiting for the 2 big guns to come back. You got McGill on the shelf. Peterson's been a godsend, helping out at the back of the rotation. But right now, Taijuan Walker is the best starter the Mets have.
Agreed.
So there's a lot of responsibility on his shoulders, and he is really wearing it well.
Now, he has overcome that second half he had last year. Started in Pittsburgh.
Nice pitch. Strike through.
It's his 3rd strikeout. 2 down to the 5th.
His growth has just been tremendous this year. I just think he's come of age, Ron. He's become a professional. Well, you know, let's face it. He was a phenomenal prospect that got sidetracked in injuries and then went through a period over 2 years where he didn't throw a lot of innings before he came to the Mets. So now, really, this is the year where he should be full, flat out on 180 to 200 inning season.
Well, last year, I mean, you couldn't necessarily tell it from his velocity, but clearly he hit a wall last year after throwing so few innings the 3 previous seasons.
The Mets have 1 hit, Jack.
People always concentrated on hitting
Nimmo in the first.
Physically. They don't remember that you can hit a wall mentally. Start making bad decisions out there.
Well, and there's another piece to it, and that is what's going on around you, right? Last year in the first half, all the attention was on DeGrom and having the greatest first half maybe that any pitcher's ever had.
Yeah.
So Walker kind of flew under the radar, but then DeGrom gets hurt mid-season. All of a sudden, there's a lot of eyes on Walker, and he had a tough second half, and maybe that has helped him this time around.
Ground ball. Oh, what a play by Lindor. Got him. Nice play. Beautiful. They ended 5th inning. Again, this is why you got the best defense you have out there because a couple of these balls, maybe if Escobar was playing third base, then a couple of those balls, them runners would have been safe. If Lindor wasn't playing short today, maybe somebody wouldn't be making that play. These are possible run-scoring saves, putting men on base. That's why in a pitching duel, when Walker's been your best pitcher over the last couple of weeks with Verlander, it's going to be a low-scoring game. You got to have your best defense on the field. And let's be honest, they've been keeping runners off base here. Exactly what you need to do. So going to the bottom of the fifth, still no score. Walker is still staying pat with Verlander, but the Mets need to give some support to to Walker and get some runs here. Jack, this game is moving fast. I love it. These are the best games. Quick games. But it's always, it's a quick game. But if the Mets lose, it sucks. If the Mets win, great. Got the whole rest of the afternoon. Yes, the Mets are showing their defense right now, Ken, for sure. But again, I think that's the big reason why you see Inciarte in left field. Why you put Guillermo at third base. It's because, look what Guillermo already did. You don't think he saved a couple of base runners already? He did, absolutely. Well, Jack, Walker's been out the Mets' best pitcher over the last couple of weeks. And what he's been doing the last 3 starts, he has been actually getting more strikeouts, which I think has been getting him out of a lot of jams, like you seen an inning ago. That big double play ball, that early strikeout to Tucker in that inning. Those strikeouts matter. In the beginning of the year, he wasn't getting those strikeouts. He was putting more ball to bat. Yes, he was still getting out of innings, but, when you put the ball in play, anything can happen. All right, guys, bottom of the fifth, Luis Guillermo leading off, no score. 3 hits for Houston, 1 hit for the Mets.
It was a busy day defensively. Leads off against Justin Verlander. It goes out for a high fastball. 0-1.
Remember we were talking about the art goats, and I said what I thought I knew they were.
Right.
And we cut that out of the program. Or
what do you mean?
Well, I just got an email that said the yard goats is a rail yard slang for the switch engines or terminal tractors that shuttle the train cars between different locomotives.
That's much less.
I think my story.
I much prefer your story.
My story is better, but it's not correct. So apologies. If we can somehow, Greg Picker, can we cut it out of the broadcast so when it re-airs, we'll take it out?
See, I totally disagree. I think
I agree.
Here's the deal.
Okay.
On something like that, which is, let's face it, not all that germane to the topic of the broadcast. Okay. There was not bad baseball information passed along. If you say it with enough conviction, it's almost like it's real.
Okay. All right. Let's go with it.
Can Luis catch? Probably.
That's right.
See if we can get a man on leadoff hit here. That was straight through. Verlander is on.
Verlander. All of a sudden, Verlander is just at a higher gear. You get that upstairs fastball and that good curveball and slider.
11 in a row now retired by Verlander. Able to lead off double the demo on the first, a 2-out walk to Alonso in the first, and that's been it.
Retired last 11 batters faced.
Smith looking his first time up. That slider in and Dom hold the swing at top 1-0.
Come on, Dom, let's go.
Dom hooks one toward the right field line, but that'll go foul.
Damn it. Dom's just missing that line by a little bit.
So, the Texas Rangers are coming in for the weekend.
Okay.
They're the second place team behind the Astros in the American League West. And here is our quickie quiz. Name as many Texas Rangers currently on the roster as you can. I got two. I got Corey Seager and Marcus Semien. Go.
Adolis Garcia. I'm glad I have 48 hours to study. Chris Young is going to be very...
Come on, Dom. Straighten that ball out a little bit. Another one down the line foul.
Well, they made the big splash in the offseason, signing the two big free agents, Seager and Semien, and both of them have underperformed greatly. Now, Semien has been perked up lately, but they both are way below their numbers from last year. And yet, the Rangers are fifth in the American League in runs scored, so there's a lot of room for improvement there. The question, as always with Texas, is about their pitching. It seems like it's been that way for, well, how long have they been in Texas? Since 1972? And it always seems like it revolves around their pitching.
Our own Chris Woodward is manager.
Their best pitcher this year has been the reclamation story of Martin Perez back in Texas after a wander in other venues, and he's having a great year, and the Mets will see him on Saturday. Former Rocky John Gray now has been pitching well also.
Ooh, what was that pitch? That was definitely a strike, but the umpire called it a ball there.
Chris Young, friend of the program. Remember, he and Kevin went through that whole stretch where he kind of helped us with the rehab that he was going through. It was one of the best things we've done on this network. We might have to reach out to him again.
Oh, the one thing is that. Anyway, the Rangers are here Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll be here Saturday and Sunday. Friday night, somebody else's responsibility. See, they just took another Sunday night game from us.
Did they? Yes, they did.
July 24th, the Padres.
Yep. I wish someone would tell me this stuff.
You didn't get the memo?
No.
Well, Dom's putting together a good at bat here.
I have a few emails that don't come my way or get answered, so we'll have to figure that out.
What we have here is a failure to communicate.
That's right. What was that actor? Crothers? Scatman Crothers? Was that what his name was? No, that was in...
it was in Cool Hand Luke.
Cool Hand Luke, yeah. He was the,
Come on, Dom.
The prison... the foreman, right?
Yeah.
Great character actor.
Dom's fouling him off. Staying alive, so nice at bat.
George Kennedy?
George, he was the one that was the friend that made Cool Hand Luke. I do believe George Kennedy got the Academy Award for that. It made him a star. The character actor always just played all those roles where he was always a hayseed, I guess.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat coming to Dom. And he takes it low. Trying to turn it back for Dom Smith, making Verlander work in the way he hasn't had to since he faced McNeil in the first inning. Strother Mark. Yes. There you go.
Come on, Dom, let's go.
He was at the changeup there. Did not get it like he did against McNeil in the first inning, or did not execute the pitch.
Pitch number 10 to Dom. And he flicks one.
All right, nice at bat for Dom. Still fouling on balls off.
Anyway, one of the consequences of having a good team is the national TV takes more of our games.
So where's my date book? I'm going to put it in right now. July 24th. Date book? I use a date book still. How do you read it? No,
it's the last.
I'm not allowed that date book, by the way.
It's the last date book on earth.
It is the last one on earth. I only can remember things if I write them down.
There's number 11 from Verlander and Dom.
All right, Dom, let's go. 12 pitch at bat. Let's go.
We're halfway to Guillorman. 11 pitches deep.
Nice.
Now I think that was kind of mano, right?
Come on, Dom. Where's that first Dom bomb of the year? First home run in a year for Dom if it happens.
A lot of shakes.
Next one out.
Right to
To
short.
the left side.
Damn it.
Bregman playing over there.
2 outs.
12 pitch at bat.
Well,
And,
12 pitch
grounds
at bat.
third
Dom
base
didn't
for 2
get anything to show
He's
for
really
it,
had
though.
about the same motion his whole career. Watch where his hands go initially at the start. Goes almost down to his quads. He has a little hesitation there, and the body quickens as he goes through this motion. So he starts slow, and like a train, it just rumbles until he has that real fast, quick twitch motion with his arm to get to 95 plus.
So 2 out now. Ender and Ciarte. He goes after a high fastball. And Ciarte was with the Yankees, playing AAA for them. Got an opt-out in his contract. Exercised that, signed with the Mets, played 4 games in AAA, and got called up yesterday. So,
Watch how it quickens, nice and slow, and it just really works down that slope of the hill. You're always trying to use
Yeah,
that
Ella,
slope
that's what he's
to
been
advantage.
for the
All
last
that's
year,
about
honestly.
Verlander.
It's the problem. And Ciarte ground ball down the third baseline. He might get a base hit. He does. And that's why you got the speed in Ciarte. Infield single, the first hit since the second inning. I'm sorry, the first inning. There we go.
well, we've seen him bunt for hits many times.
Yeah.
This wasn't a bunt, but it had the effect of one.
Oh boy, and it serves to flip the lineup.
How about that?
Tito doesn't add to this. This is just a check swing.
How about
Thank you
that?
very much.
A check swing bunt, basically, down the third base
Check
line.
swing, the
Gets
ball
the
hit
first hit of the
behind
ball
plate
game
and
since
found
the
its
first
way
inning for the
onto
Mets.
playing field.
We'll take it. Got some speed on first base here. See what Nito can do here.
After Verlander had retired 12 in a row.
Come on, Tomas.
And now a chance for Tomas Nito with a man on. Nito hit one to the warning track in right field that Tucker caught his first time up. Nito getting the start today after James McCann started 3 straight games coming off the injured list. And Verlander throws a fastball by him, 0-1.
Well, watch the bounce here. It's in foul territory, as Ronnie said, but found its way into fair territory.
Climbed right up the lip, hopped onto the grass and stayed there.
And Ciarte used to be a real good stolen base threat.
Nito trying to swing for the fences here. Yeah, definitely. Inciarte is pesky. You know, he got the speed. Not a great hitter, but that's what he can do with his speed there.
Verlander overwhelmed Ciarte with the first 2 pitches. He's done the same with Nito.
Come on, Tomas. Put the ball in play. Let's go.
A little more indecision between Castro and Verlander in the last couple at bats. Although not a lot this year, Castro and Verlander have worked to a great clip, and I think he wants to throw another gas attack.
He fouled that one off on the high fastball.
I'm not sure how Nito even hit that ball. That ball was neck high, but he hit it. He fouled it off.
Certain pitchers that at times can almost bully the hitters. They're that good. You know, when we're looking at this motion, he is so strong from the waist down. His legs are just like tree trunks for a lander.
Come on, Tomas. Let's go. Ground ball right to third base should be the inning ender, and it is. All right, so we're going to the top of the 6th. Still no score, guys. Pitching duel with Walker and Verlander at Citifield in New York. How about this? We'll change Lindor and Pena. We'll see how that goes. So once again, guys, no score going to the 6th inning. Walker and Verlander have been shutting down the offense for both teams at the moment. Definitely a pitcher's duel going on at Citifield. Who is, as I said in the pregame, it's going to be a low-scoring game. I said 3-2 Mets, but again, it might be 1-0. You never know. The way it's looking right now, it's a possibility it could be 1-0. Once again, guys, we got 132 in the stream right now. If you haven't hit on that like button yet, please do. If If you're new to the channel, just subscribe, say what's up. I will shout you out. And hopefully you keep on coming back for more Mets live stream and Mets content. I don't care if you're not a Mets fan. Baseball fans are welcome here in this stream, in this channel. It's always a lot of fun to get different perspective from different baseball fans. Even though this is a Mets channel, all is welcome on this channel. So let's make it happen, guys. Let's get this stream up to with more people. Let's get more views in this stream. And listen, there's a great baseball game right here. If you're a fan of pitching, this is what you love. I love these type of pitching matchups. I don't like these 9, 10 games, 11, 12 games. Pitching matchup is what makes baseball. No doubt about it. It makes it a lot more fun. I mean, to see pitchers dominate, it's just fun. And that's what we got right here with Walker and Verlander. And I talked about Walker in the beginning of the game. He's the type of guy, when he's on, he is very hard to hit. And he got that new split change that he developed during the offseason that him and Bassett kind of talked about a little bit, and Walker starts to throw it now. It's been a great pitch for him. And a big reason why he's been pitching so well. So we're going to the top of the 6th. Astros got the top of the order up. We'll see if Walker can continue to pitch his dominance against the Astros and see if the Mets can somehow get a run against Verlander. 0-0, top of the 6th.
Oh, it's our friends at Parking Lot A.
Oh, nice.
Nice little twist there in the middle.
By the way, I've never met announcers who don't like ice cream as well.
Well, I mean, I can expand that for you. Have you ever met a human being who does not enjoy the occasional ice cream?
Right.
Of any age.
That looks like a Haagen-Dazs bar there.
It does. Or a Dove bar.
Yeah.
Those, yeah. Jose Altuve 0 for 2 today, and he takes one on the corner for a strike, 2-1. Third time around the batting order now for Taijuan Walker, who's been just about impeccable through the first 5 innings. Only 58 pitches thrown. He's allowed just 3 hits. Walked 1, struck out 3. And Altuve wouldn't bite on the slider, and now it's 3-1. Jeremy Pena.
I agree with you. That's exactly it.
Extraordinarily dangerous Yordan Alvarez to up third.
Come on.
Altuve will go into launch mode here.
He likes to swing the bat.
Yeah.
And he swings and grounds it
Ground
to
ball
Peter
to
Mays.
Guillaume.
Chance of the day.
1 out.
The record, by the way, for a 9-inning game for a third baseman, 14. Might be on his way. Let's check in with the studio. Gary Apple's Game Break brought to you by your local.
Walker didn't give in to Altuve there. Through a pitcher's pitching, Altuve went for it.
Down in Florida, and Jonathan Davis, one of the catches of the year. He takes it
Oh,
away
what a
from
catch. Oh,
Randy
no.
Arozarena. The hat goes flying, hits that wall very hard. He stayed in the game for the moment. Eventually,
That was a hell of a catch by Jonathan Davis. Dove and his neck hit the wall. Oof. What a great catch. Let's go, Walker. Keep it going. A bunt right to Walker. 2 outs. Nice 2 quick outs. Not a good bump by Pena. Right to Walker for the second out.
Against that wall. Jeez. The numbers prove it out the way that Taijuan Walker, we had not seen enough of fielding. Just such an excellent field.
All right, Yordan Alvarez.
That was an easy
Most
play.
dangerous hitter in this lineup. He's been a Mets killer in these first 3 games.
And we know from
So far, Walker
that for a big man,
got him out once, and Alvarez walked his last time at bat. This is a big at-bat of the game right here. Alvarez can clearly change the 0-0 tie into a 1-0 Astro lead.
First 2 times up, first pitch curveball, he tried to flip in. Let's see what he does third time through.
Nice slider.
With a cutter, and he swings
Woo.
past it.
Nasty
Said he
pitch.
was not throwing that pitch anymore, and that was a good one.
That was a great one. You make up pitches against or recreate pitches when you're facing guys this high.
Let's have the full shift on against Alvarez.
And he flies one, and it's a pop-up right to Nimmo. 1, 2, 3 for Walker in the 6th. Nice pitching again by Walker. Still 3 hits for the Astros going to the bottom of the 6th. No score. That was a, top of the order for the Astros. They had deadly hitters at the top of that lineup. And Walker got them done 1, 2, 3. Bottom of the 6th, Mets got the top of the order up. Nimmo, Marte, Lindor. Can the Mets give Walker some? Look, the worst thing, give him insurance runs. Look, it hurts even more when you have a pitcher dominating a lineup and the Mets happen to lose that game. You hate losing those pitching performances. We saw it from Peterson the other night. Great pitching, and he loses the game. And the Mets lose. You don't want a pitching performance and waste a Walker performance like this and lose the ball game. Even though you're going against Verlander, you got to find a way to get a run against Verlander here. Look, he already got through 6 innings. He has, let me see how many pitches. He has 66 pitches going into the 7th inning. The next time he comes back to the mound. Like, he can easily pitch a complete game, but Mets don't score. We don't win this ball game. It's a waste of a pitching performance. The Mets have done that a lot this year, and they gotta get some insurance runs for Walker here. I don't think anybody expected Walker not to give up any runs, but he has. He's been on pace the same way Verlander has been on pace, pitching a shutout right now, and Walker has been matching him. So, Mets top of the order. This is the moment right here to get some runs on the board right now, and get Walker that run support that we need. He's pitching a gem right now. Give him some support right now. Top of the order for the Mets. Bottom of the 6th. Let's get it done, guys. Let's go. Let's go, Mets. Come on. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. Hopefully one day I'll be huge. We'll see. All right, guys, so going to the bottom of the 6th, top of the order for the Mets. Come on.
I think Justin was on that.
Nimmo leading off. Here we go, guys.
Was on that list last night, if I remember correctly. He hit a bullet somewhere.
Now he's up for the 3rd time after grounding out in the 3rd. Fouls back a high fastball.
Nimmo hit the bullet up the middle. His 3rd at bat, I believe, last night.
Nimmo, Marte, and Lindor. Mets have had just 2 hits against Verlander. The Astros have had just 3 hits against Walker. And both are working to very low pitch counts in this game. Nimmo foul tips 1, and it's 0-2.
So precise with that movement. That ball he throws inside comes back over the plate about 3, 4, 5 inches. And he's so precise, he throws it right at the hitter's hands, and it bends back over that inside corner.
Nimmo choking up. Gets curveball and bounced it foul. Well, it's been interesting in this game anyway, that the Astros have not overshifted against Nimmo or McNeil or Guillorme for that matter.
Exactly, Michael. That's why we need some runs on that board.
Organization.
Well, some teams that think they're big and smart.
Michael, you can do it anytime you want, buddy.
This year.
Come on, Brandon. Brandon got an 0-2 count right now. Nimmo strikes out on 3 pitches. Woo. Nasty. Oh, SNY's got a little bit of an issue right now. All right, there we go. We're back.
He did throw it flat.
Joe, seems like it's impossible at this point for both teams.
That's 14 of the last 15 retired by Justin Verlander. The only flip was the check swing infield hit by Ender Inciarte. Here's Marte, who's been hot with the bat. He's flied out twice in this game. 0 for 2.
Come on, Starling.
Fastball strike. Last full year that Verlander pitched was 2019. His 2nd Cy Young Award. Look at that. 0.8.
Look at the strikeouts. I mean, I know we talked about it. It's like, my gosh, the innings pitched.
Ground ball to short. Should be 2 outs. 2 outs.
Long, 2 out of nobody on.
Boy, he first 2 innings.
Jeez.
Trying to find it. Boy, the 3rd inning on, he has just been a machine.
Well, Joe, I don't have to, I don't say that because they actually won on my birthday a lot. So, but yeah, that's a long time. Well, sorry about the sounds because SNY is going in and out right now, which is not good. All right, 2 outs. Francisco Lindor. Nobody on.
Lindor's grounded out and fouled out 0 for 2.
It seems like it's going to be a home run that breaks open this 0-0 tie.
Francisco takes a slider inside for ball 1.
My birthday's
So
August
far,
13th,
6
so
ground outs, 6 flyouts, 5 Ks.
Well distributed. Giving everybody involved.
oof, Lindor swinging for the fences there.
It had to be one thing that is made for a lander, pitcher that he is. What would that be?
Oof.
I don't know him well enough, but I will.
Oh, the Mets are not
take it from
collapsing.
Jim Cleveland. Stubborn. Just refuses to not believe that his way is the right way. Belief in oneself, I guess.
I mean, just the very fact that at age 37, he blew out his elbow. He could have taken it to the house.
Yeah.
He had enough money, enough accomplishments, would be a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's true.
Lindor drives one to right field, right to the right fielder, and makes the catch to end the inning.
As hard as you can.
All right, guys. So Lindor, it looked like the hardest hit of the game. Right, just almost past Kyle Tucker, but Kyle Tucker's a very good defender and makes the catch the end inning. So we're going to the top of the 7th. Mets, Astros, still no score. It feels like it's going to be a home run by somebody to break open the 0-0 tie in this game right now. Walker has been hanging on with Verlander. 3 hits for Walker giving up, 2 hits for Verlander giving up. It's amazing. But you know what? I did say a lot of us probably figured that it was going to be a low-scoring game, and that's what it's turned out to be. This low-scoring? No. But going to the top of the 7, guys, 3 innings left. Who is going to get the job done and put their team over the top? We shall see. Valhalla Sports Talk. What's up, buddy? Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Hopefully you keep on coming back for more. Shout out to Valhalla. Yeah, KT, they're not collapsing. Listen, when the team that's behind you is 20-5, 20-6 in the month of June, the Mets are what, a game over 500? Like, I mean, it's not collapsing. You unsubbed? Wow, Joe, how do you stay on here? It's amazing. But, definitely not collapsing. Just the Braves are playing, they're having a crazy month of June. And there's a pretty good chance that they're not going to have another crazy month like they had in June. It's almost nearly impossible. I mean, being nearly 18 games over 500, 17, 18 games over 500 in June, they're just having a hot month. It's just, that's that simple. Like I said, it's not like we're playing bad. All right, guys. Top of the 7th, Walker up on the mound. Bregman at the plate. No score.
Alex Bregman has one of the 3 hits for Houston today, a soft single to left in the 4th. Astros got the first 2 men on that 4th inning. Since then, Walker's retired 8 in a row. 3 on the left side against Bregman. He takes a slider off the plate. That's 2-1.
Come on, Ty, let's go. Bregman hits one foul. 2-2.
2-2. Now Tucker on deck, and then Yuli Gurriel for the Astros. Walker in just 70 pitches, pitching in the 7th inning. He's not gone beyond 7 this year. twice has completed 7, has not thrown a pitch in the 8th inning this season. This might be the day. Breaking fouls one off. Who's going to credit?
About a year and a half, Bahala.
Bregman spits on the slider and it's 3-2. Bregman 8 hits.
I just started doing a lot of live streams during the game, started this season. But I did a couple of them last year.
2014. 6 games for that span, but nonetheless.
Come on, Ty. 3-2 count to Bregman coming up.
3-2 coming.
Ground ball right to Guillorme. 1 out.
Has his 10th chance of the afternoon. All flawless. Sticking with the studio, Gary Apple has another
Exactly,
update.
Joe.
Gary, it's all yours.
All right, thank you, Gary. Let's get to know the Texas Rangers just a little bit better. MJ Melendez, the RBI single into center, and scores Bobby Witt Jr. And then it's Taveras to Valoria. They get Hunter Dozier at the plate. Once again, the Rangers at Citifield beginning Friday night. 1-0 Kansas City, bottom third, Gary.
All right, 1 out on the bottom of the top of the 7th, excuse me. Walker has 73 pitches, well on pace to pitch 9.
You say Jonah Heim.
It'd be nice to Mets to get him a damn run.
I can say it. I don't know what position he plays.
Valhalla, I noticed that. But honestly, I got a lot of my subscribers during the lockout when I was going live for 5, 6, 7 hours every day to give updates on the lockout during the meetings. But this is a good way as well, for sure. But thank you, buddy.
And then Sunday, probably Carlos Carrasco against John Gray, who's pitched really well lately. Tucker's 0 for 2, grounded out and struck out. Mets up the full shift on against him. And Tucker grounds one foul. So 10 chances for Guillorme today. Among the first 19 outs. The record for a 9-inning game is 14. Rafael Devers for the Red Sox in 2019 in a game against the Yankees. That's for a 9-inning game.
Come on, Ty. OT count.
To Tucker. Takes a splitter downstairs, 1-2. I didn't have Devers on my dance card as having that record.
I mean, bat first, right?
That's the just trying to hit the ball too.
I mean, he's having quite a year.
He has quite a year every year.
That's true.
Tucker takes the slide.
Where was that pitch?
Boy, Walker thought he made the pitch. And I tell you
Wow.
what, it could have gone either way. We had some business.
Oh, where was that pitch?
He has not called that low and in pitch all game long.
Nito tried to move it in. Chris Siegel wasn't biting. And Tucker takes the splitter down, and it's 3-2. So back-to-back full counts for Walker.
Come on, Ty. Cool spin. What's up, buddy? Long time no see.
His second and third full counts of the day. He got Bregman on a ground ball. Now 3-2 to Tucker.
Ball 4.
Second walk given up by Taiwan. So after he retired 9 in a row, the Astros were 1 out base runner.
You know, this is what happened yesterday, too. The check swing by Altuve that should have been a strike 3 call starting the game.
Snap a picture and let the Home Depot app
And then a bad call right on the inside corner that should have been strike 3.
So now Walker
But Ty Walker's got to settle down here and get the job done here. 1 out, top of the 7th.
Left field line in the second.
Gurriel.
Tucker with good speed at first. Walker with a great move. And Tucker getting a very short lead, so he's hurt.
Well, he's stolen 2 bases in the 3 games so far between these teams.
14 steals for the year. He's 5th in the American League in that category. And Walker misses with a
What's that
sinker,
pitch?
ball 1.
So remember the last at bat, he threw that same exact pitch and got the call off the plate down and in. Not this time, no. It's been very erratic because Chris Siegel behind the plate. Carlos Torres was about the same.
Come on, Ty, let's go.
Last night.
Gurriel
Popped it up.
out to left.
Should be 2 outs. And it is.
Away for the second out.
That wasn't a great pitch by Walker there. Gurriel just missed it, but he got under that. 2 outs.
So 2 out, Tucker still at first, and I let Miss Diaz coming up. Diaz up twice, grounded out to Guillorme both times. Inspired move, wouldn't you say? Buck Showalter putting Guillorme at third base today. 8 assists and 2 putouts for Guillorme.
Start calling him Karnak.
Cool spin. He gets out of this inning. Gets a quick 8. He can go 9. Better than, if the Mets actually get a run here. He can throw a complete game if he needs to. Oh, damn. I think he would have been picked off if Dom would have held on to that ball.
I still think Gourmet might stick to the tape.
Eating up all the ground balls.
That's right.
Like Ramon.
Gourmet. I was referring to Buck as far as putting Gourmet at third and getting all those chances.
Come on, Ty, let's go.
Gourmet again. That's hooked in the left field. Base hit for Diaz. Chased toward the line by Inciarte. Tucker to third. The throw will go to second. And the Astros
all right, first and third, 2 outs. Nice piece of hitting by Diaz.
What do you do if you're Dusty Baker? You've got your light hitting catcher coming up. Would you consider batting for Castro? Apparently not.
That was a hanging slider by Walker right there.
Sliders by Taiwan and handled by Diaz. I guess if you're going to give Maldonado, who's a big-bodied catcher, a day off, you got to give him a day off. And then Ciarte throwing to the right base. No chance to get the speedy Tucker.
Come on, Ty. Big spot here. Let's go.
Third, then struck out in the 5th. First and third and 2 down. First pitch breaking ball sails high. First time today that the Astros got a runner as far as third base.
Signs there by Gary Pettis, the third base coach. Hopefully, glad to see him back there.
Tough medical times for the Mets coach.
Walker's a little bit wild here. Needle going out to the mound for Walker.
For the splitter, and now it's 2-0 to Castro, who was 0 for 18 this year with runners in scoring position. He has 1 run batted in through his first 76 at bats.
Oh, I don't like that stat.
8 for 76 this year,
but 500 today.
Yeah. Small sample size. You get in these situations where if you give up a point, you could lose a game. So you're trying to make the perfect pitch instead of consider your option. Your option is you're facing Castro, he's batting under 100, your stuff is good today, be aggressive.
And he's faced Castro plenty.
I don't think Taiwan Walker's tired. I think that he was trying to make the perfect pitch there to a hitter who, let's be honest, he's not a great hitter, but, any hitter can get a hit. It's just that simple. But still not done yet. Taiwan Walker can get the job done right here.
2-0 to Castro. He hits it off the fist.
Right.
The shift. Run down.
Get it. Got him out. Woo! That was close. That was a little dangerous there, but got out of the inning. There you go. All right, Ty. Good job. Going to the bottom of the 7th. No score. Again, that was a little floater over Dom Smith, but McNeil was backing him up a little bit. Dom got back to first, and McNeil made the strong throw the first to end the inning. So there we go, guys. Taiwan Walker got out of another jam. Mets, Astros, 0-0. Going to the bottom of the 7th. See if the Mets can get something done. Pete Alonso leading off the next inning. In the bottom of the 7th, it's Alonso, McNeil, and Guillermo. So let's get it started here, guys. Can we get a run? Again, would anybody be surprised if one run's going to win this ball game? Danny, I haven't heard that CJ Cron is on the radar, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Mets are looking. I think they're looking at all possibilities. Anybody who can be a power bat and a DH, the Mets are looking at it. Josh Bell, CJ Cron. I mean, there's guys all over the place that the Mets can look at. I would be shocked if they're not looking at it. Like, he's a power bat, no doubt about that. He's actually having a really good year, average wise. I know you look at it. It's Colorado. So take a couple of home runs away, but he's hitting. I think it was hitting 280 if I'm not mistaken. So average is good. Our DHs are hitting on average probably like around 210. If that, it's not good, but I wouldn't mind CJ Cron. You're not gonna have to give up a lot. You probably have to give up a little bit more for Josh Bell than you do CJ Cron. And you could take the money off the board because he has a 2-year deal. I think he has one more year left on the deal. Take a little bit of money off the Rockies' hands, and you should be okay. Maybe give you a low-level prospect, and then you get a nice power bat that you can stick right in behind Pete Alonso. It would be a nice addition. Again, I don't know how – I mean, the Rockies haven't been great this year. I don't know how far they are from a wild card spot, but that's something you have to look at as well. If they're close to the wild card spot, they're not going to trade anybody. They might even try to get people. So we'll see. But CJ Cron is definitely an option for me and definitely for you, Danny. So here we go, guys. Bottom of the 7, Pete Alonso leading off. I think it's going to take, who knows, it'll probably be just one home run to win this ball game. We shall see. Pete Alonso leading off, no score. Bottom 7.
Home runs with 22. Justin Verlander's given up 11 home runs this year, but he's given up virtually nothing today and doubled the demo in the first and infield hit
Come on, Pete.
Ciarte in the 5th, and that's been it. Alonso was walked into the slow ground ball to third, 0 for 1.
Once again, guys, you're just tuning in. Please hit on that like button, 164 in the stream. Let's get this likes over 100 today, guys. And if you're new to the new channel, if you're new to the channel and you just subscribed, thank you for tuning in. And if you're a Mets fan, let's see if the Mets can get it done. Jack, we try. We can be asses too sometimes. All right, so Verlander, a couple of pitches up. 83 pitches for Verlander in 7. Oh, Bell wouldn't cost that much committee. Not at all.
McNeil and Guerrero made a follow for the
Come on,
Mets in
Pete.
the 7th. And Alonso gets
He's swinging at that crap.
up into shallow left.
God damn it.
Clearing the way.
Just enough elevation.
A little bit too aggressive. You can't swing at that high fastball like that. Well above the letters.
Jeff McNeil's been up twice, and Verlander has struck him out twice.
Well, he made the change up. The only one I think, though, he's thrown 2 in the game. That one was perfect. And then this one looked like it was going to be a fastball in, but I don't know what it was. Maybe a fat slider.
Yeah, I think that was a slider.
But these games get to a point where it's like tennis. Each starter has to hold their serve. And, when you get a pitcher that has been dominated and has established against a hitter, that pitcher can get away with a bad pitch. Sometimes you don't want to make an effort of, a habit of it, obviously.
Fastball down the middle for a strike, and it's 1-1.
I just love the way he elevates his fastball. He can throw it down the knees, and he can throw it upstairs. And he's been on the corners with it.
McNeil, 4 home runs this year.
Come on, Jeff. Oh, Jack, absolutely. Like, I played baseball for many years, high school, college.
One thing about Verlander, he's not
That high fastball. A lot of people who never played the game don't really realize how enticing that high pitch is because it looks so good to hit, but it's not usually not. So,
but as Ronnie said early on, that's always been him.
but on a 2-0 pitch, you got to look in your zone a lot more. Like, you got to look at an area in the strike zone where you're going to attack. Anything other than that, you don't swing. At the moment, they're swinging. All right, so Diaz is warming up in the bullpen. So will he put Aaron Diaz in for 2 innings? Very interesting. He already did that once. McNeil ground ball right to the second baseman for the second out.
McNeil retired. 2 out, and that is 18 of the last 19 retired by Verlander.
So will
All right,
manage
Luis Guillorme coming up with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th.
He's got an off day tomorrow.
Yeah. This team has not lost 3 games in a row all year. Their lead is down to 4 games over the Braves, who play tonight against the Phillies. This is for late June. This is a pretty big game.
Yeah.
Can the Mets hold off their first 3-game losing streak of the year? We'll see.
First big curveball misses for ball 1.
I think with the off day tomorrow,
It is, Christian.
There's a little bit of urgency for this game. You don't want your team to sit on getting swept twice, losing 3 in a row. Take this game, good feeling going into the off day.
And Guillorme, oh, what a play. Wow, nice play. Woo-hoo. Wow. That took a base hit away from Luis Guillorme at the end of the inning. Wow. What a play by Guillorme. What a play, what a play, what a play to end that inning, going to the top of the 8th. No score. Not a – jeez. That's a hell of a play right there. Look, there's been great defensive plays all across the board on both teams today. Basically keeping runners off the base. It's been a big key for these both pitchers, not getting into crazy jams all year. Drew Smith, I don't know. What I think Buck is doing here, Diaz hasn't pitched in a few days. You have an off day tomorrow. Buck did this, a week and a half ago or a week ago? He, when he has the best pitcher or best hitters in the lineup coming up, you want to put your best pitcher going forward. Remember, it's not always the 9th inning that gets, that is the most important part of the game. It could be the 8th inning. And the 8th inning, they have up, let's see, they got Myers, Altuve, and Pena. So it's the 9-1-2. It's the leadoff guys. The top of the order is coming back up. You see this all the time. When a game comes down to it, this can be the inning in the 8th inning where the best chance for the Astros is that top of the order. So, Buck's done this already this year, and Diaz has came through. Do I necessarily like it? Not necessarily, but I get the idea. Your best pitcher in the bullpen is Diaz. And Mets 21, listen, Diaz is not the same pitcher he was last year or the year before that or the year before that. He's a different pitcher. But Taijuan Walker is pitching the 8th, so let's see what happens here. Taijuan Walker, I think he has 85 pitches, 86. So Taijuan Walker, it's up to him right now. No score, but top of the 8th. Astros up, Walker still on the mound. Well, Walker only got 87 pitches. I'd rather him pitch the 8th. He's been pitching well. Have Diaz ready just in case.
Walker's only struck out 3 today. This is the slider to Myers, 1-2.
We don't get to see games like this very much in today's world. Where you got 2 pitchers going this deep. It's wonderful.
They've both been splendid, Verlander and Walker, right from the start.
They both have good pitch counts.
That's their best scoring chance of the first inning after Nimmo's leadoff double. The Astros had their best scoring chance of the 4th when they got the first 2 men on. Walker struck out Tucker, got Gurriel to ground into a double play. Altuve looming on deck. Is this
Come on, Sal, let's go.
Last batter, or will they get Altuve for a 4th time?
And ground ball. Nope, foul.
With Myers, do you know that as a Met, Taijuan has never faced a batter 4 times in a game? In fact, the last time he faced a batter 4 times in one game, 2017, 5 years ago.
I believe it.
Jonathan, I doubt he's done. I don't think that would be a smart move by Dusty. But then again, Dusty has making odd moves in the Yankee series, so he might. I don't know. Dusty has made some odd decisions this year, taking out pitchers. So I would say he's not done, but I'm not in the mind of Dusty Baker. 91 pitches for Walker. Top of the 8, no outs. 1-2 count to Myers. Come on, Tyler, let's go. I wonder if this is going to be Walker's last batter, bringing up Diaz for the top of the order. Very interesting.
1-2 from Walker.
Oh, just outside. Damn it. Marcus, I'm kind of 50-50 on it. It looks like Walker's a little bit tired. He's kind of aiming his pitches a little bit right now. Signs of tiredness, but he's pitching so well, it's hard to take him out. Round ball right to Guillaume. Boom, 1 out. Nice. 1 out. Yep, Diaz is coming in. Excellent performance by Walker. Nice standing ovation that's going to happen for the Met fans. For Walker.
What a performance by Taijuan Walker with some help from Guillaume, who was just magnificent in the field behind him. Walker goes 7 1/3 scoreless.
All right, Ty, good job, buddy. Nice standing ovation from Met fans. Excellent. Great job. Beautiful. Exactly what we needed today. Unfortunately, we couldn't score for him. Still has a chance. You know, he's not going to get the win here, but damn it. Would have been nice to get some runs for him. So we're going through a pitching change right now. Edwin Diaz is coming in with 1 out in the 8th to face the top of the order for the Houston Astros. So Diaz is definitely, if he gets out of this 8th inning, definitely pitching the 9th. If the Mets are in a safe situation or not. Listen, this is what Buck does when he wants a win. You put your best pitcher against the best hitters in the spot. No matter if Diaz gets it done or not, I mean, is there anybody that you trust in his bullpen that you can expect to get the job done? I don't have one, honestly. And if you follow my channel for a while, I'm not a big supporter of Diaz, but he shut me up this year, so I can't really say much about him. And Buck did this a week and a half ago. This is what he did. When Buck wants a win, he brings in the best arm he has against the best hitters in the lineup. Yeah, but again, Mets, you can say that if he brings in Drew Smith and Drew Smith fails, you can blame Buck, right? You would have said, keep Taijuan Walker in. So you're always going to second-guess a manager when it doesn't work. That's not fair to the manager. And it's not fair to anybody else. Diaz has been your best pitcher in the bullpen all year. Buck has done this before. This is not Diaz of 2021. This is not Diaz of 2019. This is Diaz of 2022. Again, Diaz can give up the shutout here, and the Astros can take the lead. Of course it can. But again, if you want Drew Smith in here and he gives up the lead, you would complain that Walker should have been in the game, or somebody else would have been in the game, or Lugo. And then if Lugo would have gave it up, you would say, why Drew Smith's not in the game? It's a lose-lose for Buck. It's just that simple. But Diaz has the best pitcher in the bullpen with a tiring Walker. Here we go, guys. 1 out in the 8th. Edwin Diaz in the game. Altuve coming up.
Job brilliantly done. Justin Verlander getting ready to pitch the bottom of the 8th, hoping his team can
Come on, Edwin, let's go. Ken, that is baseball season.
And Diaz starts him off with a fastball low for ball 1.
Diaz has faced 118 hitters this year and struck out 57 of them.
Altuve
is the guy that loves to jump on a fastball. So you got to be careful leaving it over the plate.
And the slider misses inside. It's 2-0. If anybody gets on this inning, that would be another chance for Yordan Alvarez, who has been held relatively in check so far this afternoon.
Come on, Edwin. Let's go.
Diaz behind 2-0. And Altuve watches one sail by him. Was he hit? I guess
he did hit him.
So Altuve is hit by the pitch. And that puts the lead one aboard.
That's not what you wanted.
Diaz got fastball sometimes can get away from him. Oh, it just ticked his little nice active there. Got the jersey. He thought it was going to get more.
It's the first batter Edwin Diaz has hit this season.
It nicked his jersey.
Oh, my goodness.
And now Jeremy Pena with Altuve aboard. Altuve with 5
All
stolen
right.
bases and 6 tries.
One
this
on,
year.
one out. Pena up at the plate. Diaz on the mound
Pena's
for
got
1
over
out in
3
the
today,
8th.
tried to bunt his way out last time up, and Walker threw him out. And the rookie shortstop is in on the fastball, 0-1.
The numbers for Diaz, he saw numbers for this season. 31st game, strikeouts to innings pitched is off the charts.
2 strikeouts.
Come on, Edwin. Yeah, Eric, I'm not a fan of that.
For 8 so far
Not in a
this
close
series.
game like this. If it was the first inning, all right, fine. But you don't want to put on a runner there.
Altuve's running. Pena hits it through the hole, base hit. Altuve slid into second, and he's not able to go on to third.
All right, luckily Altuve slid at second. First and second,
Something
1 out.
finally was hit beyond the reach of Luis Guillorme as Pena sailed it through the hole. And now the Astros have 2 men on. But that was huge that Altuve slid and so was not able to take that lead run to third with 1 out.
Just a slider up in the strike zone, just a spinner. And the young Pena laces it into left field. But watch Altuve. The slide on the steal attempt. Tried to pop up and go. That was a good pop-up slide. But Inciarte came in and closed quickly.
And now quite the confrontation.
All right, Alvarez versus Diaz. Here we go.
Diaz faces Yordan Alvarez.
Come on,
He's
Edwin,
scored
let's
4
go.
times against the Mets in the first 3 games these last 2 weeks. He's gone 0 for 2 in a walk today. And Alvarez takes a slider to the back foot, ball 1. Diaz just trying to get him settled in here in the 8th inning. He's given up a hit batsman on a single, and now facing the most dangerous hitter in the Astros lineup. 23 home runs, 56 driven in. And Alvarez takes a
Nice
fastball on the
pitch.
corner, even though Nito failed to catch it. It's a strike, and it's 1-1.
But it is logic. It's not instinct, it's logic.
He thought that ball was down.
Again, you could say if Lugo would have gave up something like this, you would say bring in Drew Smith. If Drew Smith would have gave in like that, you would complain that Drew. Ooh, nice pitch.
Swings and misses with the slider, and it's 1-2. Now it's Bregman waiting on deck.
Again, we can agree to disagree. But no matter who he brings in, if they would have gave up the lead or gave up the 0-0 tie and took the lead, you would blame that person as well and blame Buck. So
1-2.
got him. He got him. Yeah, strike 2. Yeah. There we go. Big strikeout against Alvarez there. Let's go.
If you've got a superior slider, see if he'll chase. He chased 2 in a row right
Nice.
there.
Come on, one more.
Just getting that in the web and picking it off the ground.
That's a great catch by Nito right there.
Counts as a foul tip, third strike. And now Bregman with 2
Got to be
runs,
careful
2
here. Bregman's still here.
today. And he takes
Nice
the first
pitch.
slider for a strike, 0-1. Bregman 1 for 4 in his career against Diaz.
One for 4 against Diaz in his career.
Keep Altuve close at second. And another
Ooh,
slider for a strike.
backup slider for 0-2. All right, come on. Fans are going to get up out of their seats. Here they go. Come on. Nice pitch on the outside corner.
Chase 1-2.
See if he try to swing with that pitch.
On the corner and bent it out just in case Bregman was chasing.
Exactly, Ruben. Unfortunately,
Here in the 8th inning.
Lugo gave up the game-winning
2 on.
blue to save in the ninth. You can't. That's exactly what he did. It's not a bad play. All right, not a bad slider in the dirt.
Sliders from Diaz, and it's 2-2.
Come on, Edwin. Be careful here.
Sure, McNeil gets back in position. Bregman with 2 strikes. RBI situation. Likes to shoot it that way.
Now, 2 is going to score on any hit to the outfield anyway.
Come on.
2-2 coming.
Got him, baby. Yeah. Nice pitching by Diaz, baby. Woo! Got him looking with it. Backup slider. Mets get out of the jam. Edwin Diaz comes in to get the 2 outs needed to keep the score tied at 0. Going to the bottom of the 8th. Mets are coming up. Woo! Dominic Smith, Inciarte, Nito. This is where the Mets, you're definitely going to see a couple of pitch hitting appearances here for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if you'll see Caniff, Inciarte, maybe somebody else for Smith. I think you're going to give Smith the opportunity, and a possible pitch in spot for Nito also. So a couple of pitch in spots that you can see in this next bottom half for the Mets. Once again, Diaz comes in, gets the job done as usual this year. Again, no matter if you didn't like the move or not, when you're facing, there's too many times in a game where games are lost in the 7th or 8th inning, and then you leave your closer out there to dry in the 9th, and you don't even use them. Diaz is your best pitcher. In this spot, when you got the top of the order up, the best hitters in the lineup, you got to use your best pitcher. I don't like that whole, you got to be, so old school. And, okay, you pitch the 7th, you pitch the 8th, you pitch the 9th. That's not the way it works anymore. It shouldn't work like that anymore. Because you got pitchers that are mostly situational pitchers now. They're not guys that only pitch in the 8th. Let me know what guy on this team in the bullpen that pitched the 8th inning only. How many times that book put Drew Smith in the 7th inning and then Lugo in the 8th and then switched it up? Diaz, the same thing. The 9th inning could mean absolutely nothing. The 8th inning clearly could be the game. You just don't know. You don't know. And everybody knows that I was not a big fan of Edwin Diaz. I didn't think he was ever going to pitch well in this town. He shut me the hell up. I got to give him credit where credit's due, right? The same thing with Jeff McNeil. Didn't think Jeff McNeil was going to turn it around like the batter he was in 2019. He was. That's how it goes. So Verlander is still in the game. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Dominic Smith leading off. Let's see if the Mets can get a run here.
Dominic 12 pitch it back before grounding out his last time up in the 5th, tied his longest plate appearance in his career. Takes a fastball high from Verlander, ball 1. Verlander has retired 19 of the last
91 pitches for Verlander here.
In the first inning, the only blemish, an infield hit by Inciarte.
All right, ball 2 for Dom.
So he is sat at 95, 96 all game.
You got to be patient here. You don't want to get over anxious here. Let him throw pitches. 92 pitches. He's not going to throw probably more than 105, maybe even 110 if that.
Inciarte and Nito, the next 2 scheduled hitters.
Dom goes to that 2-0 fastball and fouls it back.
It's a beautiful line if you're a pitcher.
One number he is missing, though, is the number.
Drew Smith is warming up. He will be getting the 9th inning if the Mets don't take the lead, most likely. How nice would it be if Dom gets his first home run? Oh, Jesus Christ. Uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. They made the catch, but they both down right now. Oh, no. Alvarez looks knocked out. Pena's moving. Oh, Lord. Uh-oh.
That is one very big man, Alvarez, coming in from left. Alvarez calling for it.
Alvarez is knocked out.
Alvarez hasn't moved.
Oh, no.
He's the bigger guy.
Pena get into a sitting position, and Alvarez clearly is the more concerned the 2.
I think the trainer asked the Diaz to come in to try to translate. See his right foot twitching a bit.
Oh, boy.
Pena trying to catch his
You never
breath.
want to see an injury.
Pena's a big man, too. It's not like he's a little guy.
Hopefully Alvarez is okay. Yeah, you worry about paralysis here. We don't know if he jammed his neck. They're showing the replay.
Both of them are calling.
Oh, they hit him in the face.
Right over across the face. Yes, he got it in the mouth and nose.
That's not good. Hopefully he's okay.
Little elbow, maybe, right to the face. With the glove first, and then I think the elbow followed through into Alvarez's face. That's what he covered up immediately.
All right, Alvarez turned around. He is moving. Pena is up.
On his feet.
That's a good sign.
That's the good news. Bad news is that Alvarez is still down.
Oh, man.
He's rolled
Man.
over on his back
Never want to
now,
see somebody get hurt.
but we have no way of knowing
Could be a
whether
concussion for
conscious,
Alvarez.
whether there's a great concern for
not good.
concussion or some other injury. Pena also got hit in the face by Alvarez, as Alvarez got hit in the face by Pena.
Oh, so dangerous, man. Jesus. You know what? It's in the middle everywhere. It could be anybody's ball. Pena did catch it, but man,
Both are hollering. Both are calling.
they're
for the
both
ball.
calling for
Each
the
hit
ball
other
there.
in the
So
face.
What made that play harder is
Oh,
Pena
man.
was in the shift. He didn't come from his normal shortstop position. He had to come from behind.
all right,
second
Alvarez
base.
is sitting up, so that's a great
Travel.
sign. Oh man,
Folks sometimes ask, how can that happen? Who's not calling for the ball? This is a 0-0 game. Both players are doing their best.
yeah, I don't know how he held on to that ball. They both got clobbered.
Alvarez up in a sitting position finally. Well, clearly great concern about his well-being. So Gurriel pointing under his eye, talking to Alvarez.
Like there might be a cut or a mouse.
And now finally up to his feet.
All right. He's up. That's good. That's a good sign. He's definitely coming out of the game, but man,
He's shaking his head. Asked the question, is he all right? Yeah, I'm good. He wants to stay.
he wants to stay in the game.
I'd like to let him stay in. There's no way. The concussion protocols being
He's got a
what
nice
they
little
are,
knot on his
great-
head, too.
great injury, and I don't think there's any way they'll let Alvarez stay in this game.
Yeah, you can't let him stay in this ball game. You don't know if he has a concussion.
Steve has gone to the dugout.
I think he's still out there, Gary, with the players.
Okay.
Yeah, seeing what's going on.
Right, he is.
They've got a few throw tosses when he needs them.
They're bringing the car out with the stretcher. I don't know if Alvarez requires that, but they're bringing it out in case he needs it.
They should have kept him on his back if they're going to take him off the field.
But he can at least sit in the cart and see. So, yeah, I can sit and they'll take him off that way when he appears.
Nah, I mean, it's a blow to the head. You know, especially with concussions, as you know, all teams have concussion protocols. You can't leave them in a game like that. God forbid, you know, you don't feel a concussion right away. You know, it could be 2 days from now where you're feeling the aftermath of it. You know, you don't want him up in the field with the heat. You know, if you don't want him, you know, to fall or happen to collapse. You know, you never know what the brain does, so you got to be careful with that. But at least he's up. I mean, thank God.
He almost fell off when the cart began moving.
All right, so he's coming up here. Glad he's awake though. Woo.
If he's ready to go.
Feeling in his mouth there.
Pena and Alvarez collided to catch the ball. They caught the ball. Pena caught the ball, but Pena elbowed to the face to Alvarez, and Alvarez ran to Pena hard, and they both went down. But both look okay. They're up, thank God. But man,
So Alvarez
that's
is
rough.
out. Verlander will throw in some warm-up pitches.
Well, that's shit.
Here's the play again.
That was rough, man. It looked worse live. Like, they really hit each other hard.
Pena called it late because he wasn't sure if he was going to get there.
Oof.
Alvarez was calling the entire time, but it was an in-betweener.
All right, so 1 out in the 8th, Alvarez and Pena. I think Pena is still in the game. I don't know if Alvarez is still in the game. I think they took both of them out, but I could be wrong.
With this Houston team.
Man.
And now the
All right, they're taking
I think
Pena
is
out too. So
encouraging
Alvarez and
to come
Pena coming
of the
out.
game. They obviously saw signs that he was not quite 100% either after he got hit in the face. So they're going to take both players out of the game.
Yeah, but you know what? It's in the middle of nowhere. Like, it could have been anybody's ball. And you got to remember, with the shift nowadays, the shortstop was near behind second base. So it was both of their balls. It's just they were both calling for it, and nobody gave out. Like, you know, if you play baseball, it happens. It happens all the time. But it's a dangerous play. But they both are up, awake. Hopefully not serious injury. So 1 out in the 8th. Verlander taking a couple of warm-up pitches. He got 94 pitches. You got Inciarte up to the plate. I don't know if he's getting pitching for it. We'll see.
So now you got Verlander after a lengthy delay here with 2 of his teammates injured in a scoreless game, having to get himself refocused.
Well, if
Dubon's going to play shortstop.
Anyone out there on the mound who's seen just about everything, Verlander would be the guy.
All right, so here we go. Inciarte, is he pitching? I mean, is he batting? We'll see.
If I were pitching today, I would be trying to get ready, try to get my mind focused, also ready for the bunt attempt by Inciarte. That's part of his game.
All right, Buck's a little mad right now.
I think the question is about where the hitters are batting, bringing 2 players in at once.
Just wants to line up. Check.
To know who's batting where. Pena was batting second, Alvarez third. Neither one of them due up imminently in the 9th inning, but I'm trying to keep his lineup card straight. But for the moment, we will assume Dubon is hitting second and McCormick hitting third. So,
all right, and the Inciarte is batting, so no pitch hitting as of yet.
Verlander goes back to work against Ender.
So it's a long delay for Verlander, but he's a veteran. See if he can overcome that. If not, the Mets might take advantage of it.
The third baseman Bregman in ball 1.
Yeah, Bregman's on the cut of the grass. On the first base side, they're playing back.
Tomas Nido is on deck. No hit to the pinch hitter for him.
And Inciarte hits one to center, but right at Myers. Hit it hard, but Myers tracked it down. 1-2 outs.
That is 21 of the last 22 that he's retired. He'll face Nido with 2 out of nobody on.
I would say
All right,
that
Tomas Nido
if he's able to get this
is not getting pinch hit either. Very interesting. Buck does this a lot. He lets his players play the game. Sometimes I don't agree with that, but Buck's done this a lot this year.
Third 0 for 2. Mets have had just 2 hits today. And Nido tries to lay off the slider, and he stopped it in time. Ball 1.
Saying the Mets' best scoring chance was in the first. That was 2 hours ago.
They've had only 1 base runner since the first. Verlander has been spectacular. And the slider is for a strike. 1-1.
Steady diet of fastballs in Nido's last at-bat. 2 sliders to start this at-bat.
The other thing about the collision and the delay, it might take Edwin Diaz out of the game. They might have been taking him out anyway. Drew Smith has been throwing in the bullpen. I have to believe the initial plan was.
But McCann doesn't have to pitch hit in that spot. You can bring up Cannon to pinch hit, and McCann will catch. So you're not pitch hitting McCann just like that.
Now with the delay, probably even more likely that Diaz is not coming back for the 9th.
4 sliders in this at-bat against Nido.
He does not look like the pitcher's coming back in the game.
All right, 2-2 count. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, no score for both teams. Nido at the plate.
Before, or the delay made up his mind for him not to have Diaz pitch the 9th. It's not the first time that's been the case this year. That they came in LA earlier this season.
And Nito strikes out for the end of the 8th inning. So we're going to the top of the ninth. Looks like Drew Smith is coming in the ninth. Yep, he is. Drew Smith is coming into the ninth to hold off the Astros, see if the Mets can win it in the ninth. But before that, the Drew Smith's got to stop the Astros from scoring in the top of the ninth. Let's see if he can do that. Yeah, Space City, that does hurt. I mean, who knows if Pena will play tomorrow for you guys? I mean, yeah, that's a tough blow. You lose 2 players like that, man. But you got, it was an amazing pitching duel today with Walker and Verlander. Listen, we all know Verlander's better than Walker, but Walker to pitch the game that he pitched today against an Astros team that has been basically teeing off on Mets pitching, that's a great performance by Taijuan Walker. He went every inning with a Verlander and kept the Mets in the game the entire game against Verlander, who is extremely tough. And I don't know if Verlander will come out for the ninth, but I wouldn't be shocked, to be honest with you. But, the Mets had opportunities in this game early to get a run or 2 off of Verlander. But as you know, great pitchers, as soon as they find the groove, they're nearly impossible to get any runs off of. Cash, I hate that rule. I always think it helps the away team because obviously they get first licks at the runner on second. I don't think it's fair to the home team. I mean, we've seen this. Doesn't matter if the Astros are home, Mets are home. When the away team gets the first crack at the ghost runner in extra innings, it sucks. Like, what's the point of home field advantage if you're not giving the advantage to the home team? So, I don't like the ghost runner. I think they should have just went back to normal. That whole rule was in place for COVID, for the pandemic season, because they didn't want to get, guys exposed more to COVID, which don't make no sense. But, look, if anybody likes to run around second, you're not a real baseball fan, honestly. And it's hard to think that it's softball. That's basically what it is. So here we go, guys. Top of the ninth. Drew Smith coming in for the Mets. No score. Can anybody score today? All right, let's see what Drew Smith can do here.
Not been good. The only thing that he has not been
I will be right back, guys.
Control.
His last outing against Miami walked 3 batters in 2/3 of an inning, including 1 to force a run. That was 5 days ago. Now he's well rested, facing Kyle Tucker to lead off the ninth. First pitch curveball drilled into right field, and Tucker has a leadoff hit. So Tucker looked like he was waiting for that curveball. And Drew Smith immediately has trouble to contend with a speedy Tucker aboard to start the ninth.
You'd like to get that ball down in the strike zone. That's got too much outer half of the plate.
He's a full hitter.
He's a full hitter. He's not an awful first pitch. Not really bad.
Tucker, 14 stolen bases in 15 tries. Yuli Gurriel at the plate. 1 for 3 tonight. And that first pitch slider in for a strike, 0-1. Now one Walker went 7 1/3, no runs, 4 hits, a walk, 3 strikeouts, lowered his season ERA to a sparkling 2.72. And with Diaz got 2 outs, and now
So a leadoff hit for Tucker.
Trying to keep this game scoreless in the ninth. Close play at first, but Tucker got that.
Tucker's a threat of the stolen base. I think I heard 14 out of 15 this year.
Back to the bag. Gives you a little more time.
Lefty first base. It's always an advantage.
They always complain, though.
Yeah, but Mets, so anyway, I don't think you're understanding the fact that if you put Drew Smith in the 8th inning, why would he not give up runs in the 8th, but not give runs in the 8th or the 9th?
So quiet.
It doesn't matter either way. If you're gonna give up runs, you're gonna give up runs. Because Drew Smith could have came in with 1 out with runners on in the 8th and give up runs.
It's the
So
start of the Keith Festival. Boy.
Woodstock.
10 more days. It's like Coachella. Or maybe more appropriately, Burning Man. 1-1 to Gurriel. Ryan Presley getting ready for the bottom of the ninth. The Astros closer. 1-1 to Gurriel. Hit on the ground to third.
There's a double play ball. Not in time, but got the lead runner. All right. That was a rough turn right there. That was not easy.
Chance of the day. Off balance, right on target to McNeil to get the first out.
Come in and get the long hop, throwing on the run. Perfect feed for McNeil. That around the horn double play, it's a tough one.
All right. That was a nice play by Guillaume to try to make a chance at a double play there. But it got the lead runner, which is more important at the moment.
Guillaume is a gold glove fielder.
He's just good, man. Guillaume's good,
three
man.
Positions, and he's not going to get probably a gold glove. But should there be a gold glove for a utility player?
Here's MetsvsAstros taking a fastball for a strike.
I mean, he's just got great hands, great instinct.
No, Seamus, if the Mets had the lead, Diaz would be out there in the ninth. But, again, making him go 5 outs in a non-save situation
Any angle.
to finish up the ninth, where you're going to have to probably use Drew Smith or Lugo in the 10th if you take the lead. So, either way, you're going to use another pitcher. But, I mean, Drew Smith gave up one hit, and he almost had a double play ball. I mean, he hasn't done nothing yet. Done anything wrong yet.
There goes Gurriel, swung and fouled back.
All right, so it was a hit and run.
No, he was just timing it, and Drew Smith gave him the proper timing. Just took those little baby steps out there, and right time to try it.
Come on, Drew.
Verlander looking on, looks like he's done. After 8 innings, hoping his team can get him a run in the ninth. Gurriel goes back in standing. So Verlander's not going to go 9. So this
Marcus, I agree. He needs to play every day. Guillermo's playing too well to not play him every day over Escobar.
The Mets, Rick Rushell in 1988. He was 39.
Did you notice Joe Negro?
All right, that should be the second out, and it is. Nice pitch by Drew Smith there, getting him out in front of that pitch.
Joe Negro's on that list quite a bit, and Warren Spahn going way back. I guess the Warren Spahn in '63 owned the Mets.
Just about everybody.
Seamus, exactly. Like I said, you put Diaz in the 8th, Drew Smith gives it up in the 9th. You're gonna blame Buck. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. No guarantee that if you put Drew Smith in the 8th, he wouldn't give up runs anyway.
Jason Castro 1 for 3 today.
If it works and the Mets win, Buck's a genius. You know, it's not like Buck does this every outing. He does it every once in a while when he needs a win. You know, this is a situation here where the Mets are on the verge of their first 3-game losing streak of the year.
Drew Smith gave up a leadoff hit.
Buck knows this team needs this win. It's just that simple. It's a very important game for this team, especially with the Braves 4 games out.
Came off the last time Castro was up. Castro hit one past Smith, and McNeil fielded it almost on the right field line and was able to throw Castro out. That was big because the Astros had a runner at third with 2 out. Top of the batting order for the Mets in the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, this is a big at-bat for Drew right here. Can't make out 2 they come up with runners on. Once again, guys, you're just tuning in. Don't forget to please hit on that like button. We're in the top of the 9th here. 2 outs, man on first. Castro at the plate for the Astros. Drew Smith looking to get the Mets to the bottom of the 9th to win it. Oh, no. And it's gone. Wow. Out of all the hitters, Jason Castro gets a 2-run home run in the top of the 9th off of Drew Smith.
The Astros lead 2-0 in the ninth.
Is that the 10th home run in this 4-game?
Can't give up a home run to a 180 hitter.
Jason Castro
Left the slider right over the plate.
97 now for his career, but he had been 8 for 77 with 1 run batted in this year.
Mets 21. It doesn't matter. You don't understand the fact that there's no guarantee that Drew Smith wouldn't have gave up runs in the 8th. And then what you would have said then? It happens. What are you gonna do?
Hanging breaking ball.
You left a breaking ball to a bad hitter. A professional hitter is gonna hit that ball.
Down, Castro, low ball hitter. Line drive.
First 2-hit game for Castro this season, and the second one is a 2-run homer. Wow. Well, there's the swing right.
That's a hanger right there. I don't know why you're throwing a breaking ball to a bad hitter.
Unlikely guys can make a big difference in a ball game.
5th home run Drew Smith's allowed this year. And so now Ryan Presley will be coming on to try and save it for Verlander.
We contemplated.
Like I said, guys, are you going to blame the pitchers in this spot or are you going to blame the offense? You got to score runs here when Walker gives you 8 1/3.
Verlander looking at number 10. W number 10.
Jason Castro, the former first-round draft pick out of Stanford. Never been considered much of an offensive threat. Always has been considered a terrific defensive threat.
I agree.
Second time around with the Astros, who originally
You keep the Astros to 0 runs to the 9th. You got to score runs here. This game shouldn't be a 2-0 Astro lead. It's just that simple. And I did say a home run's probably going to win this ball game.
2-2 to Jake Myers.
Marcus, I don't think it's amazing. You know, the offense is non-existent right now. That's the problem. All right, everybody keeps on talking about the 9th inning. Why would Drew Smith get anybody out in the 8th inning? That's what I don't understand. All right, so Drew Smith got out of the inning, gave up the 2-run home run to Jason Castro. Once again, guys, if you want, there's a couple of people in here that said Drew Smith should have been pitching in the 8th inning. Why is there a guarantee that Drew Smith wouldn't have given up the 2-run home run or a couple of runs in the 8th inning? Then Diaz wouldn't be in the 9th anyway because you're losing. So it works out both ways. Look, Drew Smith left a hanger to Castro. And you can blame whoever you want. Blame the offense before you blame Drew Smith or Buck Showalter. Taijuan Walker pitched one of his best games of the year, and you couldn't score a run to help him out. Just that simple. Blame the offense before you blame anybody else. You can't score no runs when your pitchers gave a great pitcher performance. You scored 3 runs in this ball game, you win the game. What? The Mets had an opportunity to get a couple of runs here. It is what it is. And with Diaz coming in, with the top of the order coming up in the 8th, you don't think Drew Smith would have given up the runs anyway? Come on. It's simple. It's you can always second guess a manager when the decision doesn't work. It's just that simple. So nobody's smarter. You're not smarter than Buck. I'm not smarter than Buck. It's just that simple. He made the decision. Diaz was the best option to get us out of that 8th inning. Because I can almost guarantee you, Drew Smith gave up the lead here in the 9th. Or gave up the no score in the 9th. Why wouldn't Drew Smith give it up in the 8th? Because the same people that were calling on Diaz should have pitched the 9th were saying that Drew Smith should have pitched the 8th, which might have been the same outcome anyway. And then if Drew Smith would have gave up 2 runs in the 8th, Diaz wouldn't be in the 9th because there would be no use for him. That's the problem. So no matter which way you swing it, don't swing it to your narrative. Because if the Mets won the ball game, or even if they win it, and Diaz and Drew Smith did the job, you would have to stay quiet because the job got done. But because it didn't get the job done, now you're going to say you're right, which you're not. And once again, the bigger issue is the offense. You give up no runs in 2 outs in the 9th. No runs. And you don't score any runs. That's the problem. All right, guys. Bottom of the ninth, 2-0 Astros. Presley on the mound to save it for the Astros.
And you're going to see.
Brandon Nimmo to lead off, top of the batting order for New York.
All right, at least the Mets got the top of the order, right?
Mets only had one hit since.
Nimmo drives one to center, and it is 1 out.
Puts it away for a long first out. One pitch, one retired for Presley. Astros bullpen has been tremendous this year. They have been leading the American League until they gave up a run yesterday. But it really didn't matter. A 9-1 victory.
They clocked up a couple 3-run leads in the Bronx in that 4-game series. Interesting.
Switchy, exactly. It was a hanging breaking ball over the plate. Anybody would hit that pitch over the fence.
Need to get somebody on to get Alonso to the plate here in the ninth. Marte is 0 for 3 today.
Seamus, 100%.
And a fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Justin Verlander went 8, no runs, 2 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. He's in line for his 10th win of the year. Just an amazing comeback at age 39.
Nasty pitch by Presley.
Throws a nasty slider to get ahead on Marte, 0-2.
Straight over the top. And that breaking ball went straight down.
The way Verlander lowered his ERA to 2.03. And Marte gets a piece of the curveball and fouls it off.
That was a little.
Honestly, Marcus, I take both.
Watch this breaking ball straight over the top. Slight turn at the end, coming off that middle finger off the seam.
Yeah, Ken, that was a bad.
Nasty.
That's not something you want him to do there. You need a base runner.
Cisco Lindor waiting on deck.
Ball is short.
Payne has got it. He throws out Marte,
2
and
outs.
the Mets are down to their final out. So Payne is Dupont at shortstop. Of course, Payne was injured earlier.
Not looking good. Last lick to Lindor.
So 2 out, here's Lindor. Hit the ball hard as last time up. Lined out to right field against Verlander. One of the few hard hit balls against Verlander all day.
Michael, 100% agree.
It's neither blue but a blast.
Can't have a great pitching duel, and you don't score no runs for your guy. It's just that simple.
And the curveball drops low, ball 1.
I trust Lindor to get on. I mean, he's had good at-bats. And he did it the other night against the Marlins when he needed a runner. He worked a way to get on base for Alonso. Missed that pitch.
We're 2 for 11 in his career against Presley, who started out with the Twins. Now in his 5th year with
Come on,
Houston.
Ricky, get on.
26 saves last year, 15 already this year. Back foot slider misses, and it's 2-1.
Seamus, that's why it hurts more. You got a great pitching performance from Walker with no runs, and the offense did absolutely nothing. Now, you got to give credit to Verlander. He shut us out. But you got to help out your pitcher there. Have to.
Andrus Ciarte in the 5th. That's how thoroughly they were dominated today by Verlander.
Oof, nasty curveball.
Now the Mets are down to their final strike.
Back door. Took a little off that one.
Daniel, it's exactly what happened. Leadoff double in the first. You got to score in that inning.
2-2 coming from Presley to Lindor.
Oh, I don't know about that pitch, but the ball game is over.
And for the first time this year,
the New York Mets lost 3 in a row. No matter how you swing it, the offense let Walker down and let the Mets, and that ball was outside, but way too close to take. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Mets lose, get swept by the Houston Astros, and the Mets, once again, offense was non-existent. Did not give Walker any insurance. And listen, you can blame Drew Smith. You can blame whoever you want to blame. The New York Mets did not score any runs. Johnny, can you do us a favor and beat the Braves? Jesus. Space City, man. Have a good day, buddy. So, final score, 2-0 Mets. Look, the Mets got 2 hits today. Not winning baseball games. I don't care how good you pitch. Look, Phillies ain't making no playoffs, but come on. Got to help us out a little bit here. Little bit of brotherly love for once, man. Come on. Beat those assholes. Yeah, I know that's a tough loss there. But Snell was like, the hell no. All right, let's hope so. Come on. Give us a chance here. But Mets, look, 2 hits today, you're not going to win a ball game. I don't care what anybody says. You can blame Drew Smith. He left a hanger over the plate. You can blame Buck for bringing in Drew Smith. Whatever. You have no runs for the first 8 innings, and you don't score any runs. Blame the offense, guys. That's the reason why the Mets lost these 3 games here. All right, maybe not yesterday. It was a blowout. Should Buck have put Diaz in for the 9th as well? Yeah, you could say that. But, again, there's no reason why Diaz wouldn't give a hanger up either. Drew has been bad ever since April. Has not been very good. But the Mets got to get back on track. It's just that simple. So, once again, guys, the Mets lose 2-0. Big pitching performance by Verlander and Walker. Diaz came in, did what he had to do in the 8th. Drew Smith, look, this is the second time Buck Showalter put Diaz in the 8th with the big boys out. He got the job done. Lugo gave up the lead in the 9th to blow the game, to blow the save in Dodger Stadium. And then here, wasn't a walk-off, but it was the go-ahead 2-run homer by Jason Castro, who is basically not a good hitter. You leave up a hanger to a professional ball player, they're going to hit it out. It's just that simple. Drew Smith threw 1 bad pitch, and he hit it over the fence. All you can say is, damn. That's basically what it is. So, once again, guys, Mets lose 2-0. Mets are off tomorrow. I'll be doing a Mets Talk Live at 5 tomorrow. So, tune in tomorrow for Mets Talk Live. We'll talk about the first Mets 3-game losing streak of the year. Hopefully, the Phillies can take care of business against Atlanta, keep us that 4-game lead. And we will talk tomorrow about the Rangers 3-game series against the Texas Rangers. Mets got to get back on that winning track. Let's see if they can. Once again, guys, thank you guys for tuning in to Talking Mets and Rob, Mets versus Astros Watch Party. I'll see you guys next time. See you tomorrow night. Mets Talk Live, 5 o'clock. Have a good night, guys. See you next time.